Greetings. Yes, I'm here. Hello.
ね、聞いてほしいことがあるの。ちょっとびっくりすることだよ。
Listen, there's something I really want to ask you. Might be a little surprising.
実は、私ね、空を飛ぶことができるんだよ。
The truth is that, you know, you can fly.
この前、
何？
ねりこさんのお店に行った時に、体をふわーって浮かせられることに気づいたの。
Just before, when I went to Neriko-san's shop, no, my body just started floating. All of a sudden.
びっくりした。
How about it? You shocked? What? You couldn't do that until now? God, you have such a power?
特別にあなたにだけはお話ししてあげるけど、実はね。
Yeah, I'll only tell you this, but actually...
今の話、嘘でした。
What I just said was a lie.
エイプリルフールだから嘘をついてみたの。どう？びっくりした？
I lied because it's April Fools. How about it? You shocked? What, you know about April Fools? Probably from Neriko, I guess?
ずっと前にねりこさんから教えてもらってたの。
Yeah, I was told about this long ago by Neriko.
あなたの世界ではエイプリルフールっていう嘘をついてもいい日があるってね。
There's a day in your world called April Fools where you're allowed to lie to people.
それでどんな嘘を言おうかずっと考えてたの。
So I've really been thinking for a while about what lie to tell. What a shock. It's a very Ian-like, cute little lie. I agree on that one. Not a very convincing April's Fools, to be honest, but...
こういう時にまでそんなこと言われるとは思わなかったよ。
Well, I didn't expect you to say stuff like that at this time.
でも嬉しいよ。ありがとう。
But I'm happy, thank you.
今度のエイプリルフールにはどんな嘘をつこうかな。
What lie to make next April's Fools?
今から考えておこっと。
I'll be thinking about it now. From now on, rather, I should say. Alright, well, nice try, I guess. Well, it was a short little cute thing. Welcome to April, by the way. Time sure flies. There's still, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 events left, so... Oh, we're almost done with them, but... Back in we go. Well, I guess technically it's a new day. I'll send some energy as well. Almost at 900k. I wonder how long this goes on though, really. Oh, whoops. I'm griefing. If it takes a while for me to complete this, I'll just fiddle with the system date a bunch of times. If necessary, you know? I mean, if that's what's required, then I'll do it. I'll finish this one of these days. So I think I forgot one, didn't I? I don't know. I'm losing my goddamn mind here. I don't even want to wait for it. Whatever, I don't care.
この扉の中で今、記憶を蘇らせてる。
Okay, well, let's go, I guess. Temper disaster. Can't wait. Do something, Mr. Genemu, please. Help. It's a lot of dragons. It's mean to call this game a big disaster. In the first place, you can barely call it a game. It really is just nothing but disaster after disaster happening, though. Kanoiru, Yunosaru, you bastards, what are you doing? Rivelt, please, stop the tron immediately. It is too late. We will now go to our new land, new world, crossing space-time. Yes. Just disappear together with your star, fated to do the same. Foolish. You're foolish, Rebelt. What did you say? Are you saying that you intend to turn Rashiera, that which gave us life, crush it into powder? Nani? Nani? That's the king of the Genemus, Kosaru. I can tell he's borrowing Kanoiru's flesh to appear on the surface. I see. That the king of the Genemus is unable to show himself without borrowing the power of a little girl like that. You make me laugh. This guy. All we have done is use all of our strength to survive, to live. Absolute nonsense. To lose the planet that enshrouds us in love. What are you saying that you can even accomplish without that protection? And all of you others here as well. There are countless things that simply live as best they can. Are you saying you intend to sacrifice all those lives? I mean, he's made it pretty clear that yes, he does. Tota. Yeah, that's like his natural selection, right? Shisen Tota. Yeah. This isn't a sacrifice, this is selection. Holly. What are you saying?
進歩のないもの、自分で自分を高めることのできぬものは淘汰される。それが天の理法というもの。
Oh God, the light show.
私の作り出したこの状況ですら理法のうち、自然界の一現象に過ぎない。
Oi, don't autoplay, Rebel, please. I know you like talking, but the light show. It's too bright. Those who can't progress, those unable to uplift themselves using their own power are being culled, selected. This is what we call the laws of heaven. Even the laws within the conditions that I have created, they are nothing more than an expression of the natural world.
なぜなら私自身が自然界に存在する物質であり、エネルギーであり、命なのだから。
Because I myself am matter existing in the natural world, energy, life.
バーストが街をあぶれば、そこにいる鳥も虫も獣も焼かれまいと炎から逃げ出すだ。ならば
When a burst burns down a town, all the birds, the bugs, and the beasts there as well, yakaramaito, if they don't wish to be burned up, they will escape, they will run away from the flames. In that case,
私がこの星を潰してでも新天地で生き延びようとすることは天の理法にかなっているのだ。
rather I attempting to survive by destroying this planet, to live on in the new world, is still fulfilling still like within the bounds of the laws of nature, the heavens, I guess. I mean, I guess, but that's not really a great argument.
強者が生き残り、弱者は滅びる。ただそれだけのことが今この場所でも起きているだけなのですよ。
The weak perish and the strong survive. That is all. That is all that is happening in this place.
そうですか。わかりました。ならばその摂理に私も従いましょう。
I see. I understand. Well then, I suppose I too shall follow those laws of nature.
あなたたちは一度現世を離れ、未熟な魂として再び己を磨くがよろしい。
Okay. Right. I'm going to remove you. Like I'm going to. What do you call it? I'm going to temporarily remove you from the real world, Gensei. Like Gensei, rather, from this world, this life, and then you'll have to apply yourself to refine yourselves once more as incomplete souls. Pretty sure she said, "I'll kill you all." Fair. Yeah, I mean, unlucky. Nice dance, though. Boing. Keihansou Kaishi. Excuse me? Nani? Okay, so Keihan, I guess it would be like a bond or like some kind of contract. I don't know what she's doing. She might be summoning a frog. It's possible. Sokai is like Thought World song binding song or something. I don't know. They're binding them to the Thought World or something. I don't know. Don't ask me. It's not a real word.
ジェノムたちよ、私とチェインを研ぎ澄まされた魂と思いをつなぎ、最強の結界となすのです。
All Genomus, chain with me. I mean, I guess she's summoning like a Genomu ninja animal. I'm not sure. All Genomus, chain with me. Connect with the feelings and honed souls. Keen soul. Yeah, this is a Kosaru borrowing Kanon's body. Yes, connect with the honed souls and feelings, and create the strongest barrier. Like turn it into the strongest barrier, I should say. Wow. You don't leave on this. I say you can.
いいだろう。トロンの出力を上げてやる。
Shit. Fine. Whatever. Raise the output of the Tron. No.
何の生命の秘める力を見くびるな。
Dare you? Don't belittle the power hidden in life.
いつまで持ちこたえられるかな。
Wonder how long you can hold out. Professor, no.
クラケット、そこに触るな。
Crack it. Don't touch that.
私がこの手で決着を。
I'll settle this with my own hands. Oh, rip. Unlucky. No, Professor.
己の無力を食いながらそこで死ね。クラケット。
Die lamenting your own powerlessness, Crack it. What she said. Ah! Brat! Destroyed.
エネルギーが蓄積されていない。鉱山の結界のせいか。
Yeah, I guess emotional song pact is the That's actually what she just said, right? I guess that's what that has to be, right? Right when he made like the barrier, right? Yeah, this thing. Keihan Sokai Shi. I guess that's like the emotional song thing that you mentioned, right? Otherwise, I don't know what this is supposed to be. Keihan Sokai Shi. I assume that's the name of it in Japanese then. Because Keihan, I mean, Kei is like a vow, right? And Han is bonds, so I guess that would be like the pact, I assume. Soul, the third kanji, is emotion, in a sense. Kai, of course, being like a boundary or like a region, and Shi being the song. So yeah, I guess I figured that's what it is. Yeah, that's what she means. She's like, oh my god, he's speaking emotional song pact. Nani? Yeah, that's what I figured. All right. Good to know, though. Yeah, so sometimes it's a little hard when they make up words to really understand what they mean when they don't explain it. The energy isn't accumulating. It's just because of Kurosato's barrier. How vexing. How about this? I mean, true. I guess Jiru shouldn't really be explaining it, but they could have given me like a little pink word so I could have pressed triangle and, or rather X I should say, and read about it myself, right? I'll increase the output to the limits. There's no way he should be able to handle this. No, his power level is too strong. It's sucking in the Genomus. No! True, there is still another chapter. And probably like a finale after that, I guess. The thing is, there's still some parts of some of the worlds that I haven't fixed yet, which still bugs me a bit. There's some that are still like grey and clearly not done yet. There has to be some like extra things where I go back in some of the other chapters, and nothing else makes any sense. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Rebuild, stop! The Genom. Oh, whoa! Hey, stop! Anyway, Rebuild, no, stop! The barrier Genomus are running out of power. They're being sucked into the field of power. Stop it! We'll just have them become energy for a third-dimensional travel anyway. Okay, dude. It's okay. We have the sword and the bell. I'm sure it's gonna be useful. Kano-san! Kosaru! Yunasaru, it seems like I'm at my limit soon. Kanoiru's physical body and my own soul. Kosaru-san, no! If I let these people go, even if it is at the ends of the universe, they will one day cause the same disaster. I and all the Genomus here, even if it is in exchange for our lives, must stop this foolish trip. Yunasaru, you must escape. There's no time to waste. I can't do that. To leave Kanon-san and you, Kosaru. Go! There's still an important role that you must fulfill as a human. That is to convey the actions of these filth-stained fools to those people who still house a clean soul, as well as guiding them down a path where they will not make the same mistake. But in that case, I want to do it with you, Kosaru and Kanon.
いけません。今はあなただけでも。私利私欲のために集った以外の人々を連れ、この地獄から地上へ戻りなさい。
You can't. 今はあなただけでも even if it's just you, you must gather up all the people here who have not been you must gather any people here or take any people here that have not gathered for selfish reasons, for self-interest, and take them from this hell back to the surface. But
早く。
hurry. Oh no. Cass-chan.
捕まえてた人たちが離れてる。
Oh, right, the people who captured her are down there right now.
逃げて、こっちへ。
They're apart from her. Cass, hurry, run away. Over here.
博士を置いていけない。
I won't. I can't leave the professor behind.
あの者は残念ですが助かりません。
Well, it is a great shame that man can no longer be saved. Also, his coat is clipping through the floor, and I think he's stuck, even if we wanted to take him with us. I don't think he could leave. No! I like how the guard's just standing there in his A pose, just looking kind of nonchalant about the whole thing. He doesn't seem to really care. He's just kind of there, you know.
ダメよ、ダメ。クラケット博士。
No, no, Professor Crackhead. I mean, I guess. He does have his mandated 15 minutes of lunch break every day. It's fair, really. It's how it goes. I also accidentally end up keep calling him Professor Crackhead instead of Crackhead sometimes. That's not intentional slander.
手伝って。レナデルさんを連れて逃げるの。お願い、キャスさん。
Help me. We have to take Renadudu with us and escape, please, Kasu. It's over for the old man. He's like 80 anyway. It's like, it sucks, but... Oh, I guess even Jiru's coming with us. Yeah, I mean... I guess... Fine. I mean, do we have to, though? Is it really necessary? Can we not just, like, leave her here or, like, subtly push her off the edge of the walkway here? Yeah, I mean... Okay, I'm being a bit mean here now, but really now. This woman has caused many issues, and it seems like she's just gonna continue doing it. Anyway.
ジェノムの文化を愛する人間として私の言葉を聞いてゆくがよい。
As a human who loves the culture of the Genomus, like civilization, I don't know. Listen, heed my words closely.
この命はじきに果てる。ですから私の意志をあなたにも伝えておきます。
This life will soon be spent. So, my dying wish will I convey to you now.
コウザル。
人間はジェノムと共に魂を磨き、まだなお魂の昇華を続けなければならない生命です。そのことを皆に広めてください。
I see the word. I wake up immediately. Humans must continue to hone their souls together with the Genomus. And furthermore, it is a life that must continue the sublimation of the soul. Tell this to everyone, please. I see sublimation, I get excited.
良いのままに。
Yoi no mama ni. As you wish.
なさる。
Rip Cannon. You will be missed.
イオン。
カノンさんですね。
Cannon, that's you, right?
私は コウザルと共に行きます。
Yes, I'll be going together with Kosaru.
もはや知門公女とも皇帝候補とも名乗れぬ私ですが、魂はジェノムと共にある。
I can no longer call myself the Princess of Chimon or a candidate to the throne. My soul is with the Genomu. F.
そして世界を救う思いはあなたと共に。
And my wish, my feelings of wanting to save the planet are with you.
イオン、私あなたと出会えてよかった。
Really is shaking quite a bit here. He says, Eon, I'm glad I met you.
私も
Me too, Kano.
さあお行きなさい。振り返らないで。
Now go and do not turn back. Alright, bye.
愚かな魂たち、あなた方には浄化を、私の慈愛のすべてを捧げます。
I mean, they're more like scalies than furries, if you ask me, honestly, but... yeah, it's pretty close. Foolish souls. I will purify you. I will offer up all my compassion to ye.
さあ参りましょう。
Now let us go,
私と共に。
together with me. Listen, I think they're pixelated because they're shifting dimensions, okay? Don't be mean to them. This guy's having a great time, at least.
見ろあれがジェノムの王だ。
Look, that's the king of the Genomus.
長きにわたって人間を抑圧し見下してきたものの最後だ。
The end of that which has long oppressed and looked down on humans.
カノイルという作り物の体に閉じ込められたまま惨めに消え去りおった。
While sealed away in the created body called Kanuiru. A pitiful end.
テクノロジーの力は我々の力はあの忌々しいジェノムの王に勝ったのだ。
He's having a great time. The power of technology. Our power. It's defeated. It has won over that despicable king of the Genomus.
大変です。エネルギーの吸収が我々の場所を守る防護壁を破り内側にまで及びました。
Big problem. The suction of the energy has destroyed our protective wall that protects the place we're at, and it's starting to exert its influence even here.
そのため外縁に近い場所にいた支持者たちが吸収され始めています。
And because of that, all our supporters who were near the edge have started to be sucked in.
なんだと。
What?
愚かだな。
Foolish.
クラケット。
Sorry, you lose.
星をも崩壊させる力を秘めた装置。そのリミッターを外せばどうなるか。子供でもわかることだ。
A facility, a device with the power to even destroy a planet. Even a child would understand what would happen were you to remove that limiter.
もう装置は止まらん。我々の行く先は新天地などではない。
The device can no longer be stopped. Our destination is not the new world or anything of the sort.
無限の物質とエネルギーが寄せては返し、永遠以外の意味をなさなくなる。めくるめく素粒子の世界だ。
Excuse me, sir. What are you even saying here? Yosete wa kaesu. Okay, so we'll be like we'll be like on the like when like when a wave, like I guess Yosete wa kaesu is like when like a wave crashes in. Like it'd be like the push and pull, I guess. The push and pull of infinite matter and energy. We will become Nasa nakunaru. Okay, we'll like lose all meaning except for eternity. That's scary. It will a dazzling. What's the word? It's a soryushi, I guess. Like, no, that's not what that is. Yeah, that's like particles, right? Yeah, elementary particle. A dazzling world of elementary particles. Alright, well that sounds pretty horrifying. Welcome to hell, I guess.
実に科学者らしい最後だ。そうは思わんか。
Ha ha ha. A fitting end for a scientist, don't you think?
バカな、そんなことになってたまるか。俺は今まで何のために。
Bakana, no way. Like it could end like this. Why have I been doing all this?
そうだクラケット、お前がなんとかしろ。
Right, Craig, you can do something, right?
なあ、リーベルト。君が私の七次元論を高く評価してくれた時は嬉しかったよ。
Hey, Rebelt. When you recognized and highly praised my seventh dimensional theory, I was happy. You already read about this one.
まだ若かった君が並みいる重鎮たちを説得し、私にジェの未来を与えてくれた。
While you were still young, you were convinced the authorities that you were equal to, like that was sitting there with you, and you bestowed upon me Jeno Mirai.
私に最高の居場所を作ってくれたのだ。感謝してもしきれん。
You created the best place for me to belong in. I can't be grateful enough.
君のおかげで私の人生はとても充実したものになったんだよ。
Thanks to you, my life was very fulfilling.
クラケット。
だが世界には開けてはならぬ箱もあるのだ。
But there's a box in this world that should not be opened.
その罪を君一人に背負わせたりはせん。私も同罪だ。
I can't let you carry that sin on your shoulders alone. I'll bear the responsibility with you. I mean, to be fair, he did make the research, didn't he? But I guess somebody else would have done it anyway. I don't know. I mean, this man has been feeling rather guilty this whole time, so...
死によって罪を償うことのなんと罪深いことだろうな。だが私たちにはそれしかないようだ。
To atone for our sins through death. What a wicked, sinful thing in itself. However, that's all we can do, it seems.
共に行こうじゃないか。光の世界へ。
Why don't we go there together? To the world of light. Rip. It's over. It's another guy dead. Feels bad, man. I mean, Rebel, I don't care about. How on Kosaru? Yeah.
れは記憶
This is a memory.
力場が何もかもを飲み込んでエネルギーに変えてしまう
The place of power has been swallowed up by something and turned into energy.
誰も知らない私しか知らない
Nobody knows this. Only I know this, right? This is what happened before, of course, as well. I guess, technically.
そうこの可能性
I
軸
guess. No, hang on.
私しか
Yeah. This is back in the olden days when Jiru sang the song to travel. Not send Nero back, rather, I should say. When Cannon got shot in the face, right? Good times. Right. Only I know of this possibility axis.
知覚がえぐられて飲まれて止まらないあの時と同じ音
The crust being hollowed out, swallowed up. Can't be stopped, just like back then. The sound.
キャッちゃんみんな知覚が削られ始めてる
Kyasu, everybody, the crust of the earth has started to peel off. That's not good.
早くもっと早く
Hurry. Well, we have a problem, I think. You know, I'm starting to suspect that the only way we'll get out of this disaster is by actually traveling to another planet, but maybe we'll sublimate our souls into the virtual world. We can go back to the metaverse like in Artanago 2.
この扉の
Can we get Infidu over here? Can we call her here? It's probably in the future, I guess.
クラケットさん
I don't know. My theory is still that this is the past of Artonelico. This is my deep conspiracy theory. The legendary prequel. Kanon, Kosaru, Kraketo.
3人だけじゃないリーベルトさんたちやたくさんのジェノムたちまで
I mean, you know, the planets get destroyed. It happens. It's how it goes. Sometimes it's unavoidable. To be fair, it's already happened once before already in this game, right? 5,000 years ago, mind you, but... So, you know, it seems to be like a common occurrence every couple of thousand years. Not just the three of them. Even the Rebeld and his people, and all those Genomus. Are sucked in. And what happens with the bodies and souls that are sucked in? A Rebelde brought it on himself. I mean, yes, he did, but what happens to all the other people, though?
それは私にもわからない
Well, I don't know that either.
もしかしたら未来から戻ってきた時みたいに何か方法があるかもしれないけどそんな方法私には
Perhaps there might be a way to fix this, like when I came back from the future, but I don't know the way.
それに敵場に取り込まれるならカナさんよりも私の方が良かった
And if somebody had to get sucked up in the power... I don't know, power place. This is literally called a force field, I guess. We'll call it a force field. It would have been better for that to be for me rather than canon. I mean, true, we don't need more time traveling or dimension traveling, but I'm expecting this is not the end of it.
私は外の世界の人間で世界を歪ませてる一人で
I am as a person from another, like the outside world, I guess. I'm one of the people twisting this world.
そんな私よりもカノンさんが残った方がきっと
I'm sure it would have been better for Canon to remain behind rather than somebody like me. What, do you intend to trample all over Canon's will?
そんなことしない絶対にしないよ
All I'm saying is, I hope that if I get to R Nosurge, and there's still some of the same characters around, I mean, there are, of course, Eon, obviously. But if Jiru isn't dead by then, I hope I get to beat her up. A man can dream, if nothing else. I mean, I can't beat up Rebel, he's already dead, but that's how it goes. Well, I mean, we'll see. It does time travel here. Nobody's ever truly gone. You know. Yeah. No, I'd never trample over her will. I'd never do that.
カノンさんを生き返らせる方法があるかなんて私にはわからない
I don't know if there's a way to return Canon back to life, or there is.
でも二人で目指した世界も託された思いも やっと思い出せた。
But I finally remembered the world we both aimed for, as well as the feelings she entrusted me with.
だから私、その思いを無駄にしたくない。頑張ってみんなを守れるくらいに強くなる。
So I don't want to waste those feelings. I'll do my best and get strong enough to protect everybody.
いつか
Yeah, surely.
みんなと再会できた時、少しでも力になれるように。
So that one day, when I finally get to meet them all again, I can at least be of a little help.
それで
Good attitude, though.
メモ
More
に
stuff. Denjiba shield, like an electromagnetic shield, I guess. I guess so. I mean, I guess Denjiba is a bit more. Yeah, it's like an electromagnetic field shield, I should say, rather. Can't forget the
い
field.
つも付き合ってくれ。
Can't forget the field shield. Well, it sucks to be sucked up into a giant energy slurper that turns you into some eternally wandering existence between matter and infinite energy. Where you'll exist as some kind of like weird particle blob forever. But, you know, there's some worse fates. Surely. Surely.
また
Well, back we go, I guess. Time to save this world. I mean, it's probably gonna break a little more first, but... You know, on the bright
こ
side,
の扉の中で
at least
今
there's no more
記憶を
competition
蘇
for
らせて
Empress. Right? We won the race, let's go! Yeah, Team Eon, we did it. Hell yeah. Sucks to suck, Cannon. Couldn't win this one. I mean, true. I am... But you have to think about it like this, right? While I might be the first loser, I am also the first winner. In this scenario. Kanon-san, no.
どうしてこんな別れ方しなきゃいけないの。
Why do we have to part this way?
カノンさんに託されたこと、私きっと
But Kanon-san left with me, trusted me with. I'll make sure.
ネロが人の住める星をリーベルトに教えたなんて嘘。
That Nero would tell a rebelt, rather. I mean, true, no stupid girly running this time. But it's best for them that they don't show me their feet, because every time I've seen a running animation in this game, where I've seen the whole body, it's always looked incredibly stupid. So this is the good way of doing it. Smart camera work this time. Much better. That Nero would ever tell Rebuild, a planet where that's inhabitable by humans. It's a lie. True, they have feet, but they're also like sliding and flying above the ground.
そ
So
んなことするはずない。
no way she'd do
み
that.
んなを見捨てるようなこと。
She'd never toss everybody to the waste.
きっとリーベルトに乗っ取られて無理やりさせられたに決まってる。
I'm sure she must have been taken over by Rebuild. Obviously, she was forced into it.
本
I'm
当
kind
は
of
ど
sure.
うだったのか確かめたい。でも
I really want to confirm the truth for myself, but
今はどうしようもないわ。とにかく脱出しなきゃ。
I can't get anything done now. Just gotta escape for now. Gotta find Sadi as well at some point. She's in here too.
ダメ、鍵がかかってる。
Oh good, it's locked. Does she have like a bunny tail in her hair? What is that? Eon, what is that? Explain.
どうしたらいいの？
What do we do?
人員の退避命令と機密の保全命令が錯綜しているのでしょう。
Sakuso. I guess it's like jumbling up. I think that's what Sakuso means. Yeah, because that's yeah, Soul is like ruling something, like combining. And Saku is okay. Maybe it's a rock. I'm sure. Surely they didn't give her a bunny tail on her fancy outfit. Surely. It seems like the order for all personnel to evacuate, as well as the order to retain like secrecy or maintain secrecy has been like entangled with each other.
通路のロックがどうなっているのかもう私にも把握できません。
Even I can't get a grasp on the state of the lock or of the locks on the hallways.
何よそれ。
What do you mean?
外に出る道がわからないと私たち。
If we can't find the way out here, we'll...
ゲス、ヨナサル。
Oh, hello there, Sadi. What a coincidence. Hello.
サワリちゃん。
Nice of you to be standing here. Yes, nice animation. He came to save me.
あんた。
Alright, I
私た
came
ち
to
の
save
ため
you.
に。
You came here for us?
ゲス、よく生きていた。それにヨナサルも。
Castle, good job surviving, and you too, Yunosaru.
サワリちゃんこそ。
No words for Jiru.
どうやってここまで。
How'd you get here?
白鷹とクオンタイズが僕の動きを把握して経路を確保してくれたんだ。右往左往する君たちのことも見えていた。
Shirotaka and Quantaisu like realized my like they read my movements, and they what do you call it? They secured this this path for me. What do you call this? It's like what is this? I guess like Uwo-sao. I guess like I was just running around all over the place, moving about in confusion. About they saw you moving around confused. Rather, they saw you. Yes.
それは
Gotta get my my subjects and objects correct here, otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Alright, yeah. So Shirotaka and Quantaisu got a grasp on where I was going, right? And they secured this path here, and then they saw you wandering about confused.
もちろんハッキング。僕を拘束するか。
That's yes, it's hacking, of course. What, you gonna take me into custody?
いいえ今回ばかりは仕方ないでしょう。
No, this time's an exception. Can't be helped.
そうこなくっちゃ。さあみんな急ぐんだ。
That's what I thought. Now everybody, let's hurry. Yeah, planet is a sea of magma right now.
ここは指紋の寺院。
Well, I guess technically it's lava when it's on the surface. Anyway, this is a Chimon temple.
とりあえずの
Their temple.
避難場所としては最適だろう。
Anyway, for now, it's the most appropriate place for evacuation.
あなたは天文工場イオナサルか。
You're the Princess of Tenmon, Ionasaru. Yes.
ジェノムがかつてないほど騒いでおる。何かご存知ないか。
That's Tenai. I guess it's like unprecedented. Yeah, I think so. The Genomus were in an unprecedented uproar. Do you know anything? Ah, well.
それは今立て坑の底で三軸移動が行われようとしているんです。
That's right now at the bottom of the shaft. There is an attempt at three-dimensional travel.
なんと
Nanto?
それを止めようとしてクノンさんとジェノムのコーサルさんが。
And trying to stop it, Canon and Kosaru the Genomu.
どうしたというのですか。
What are you saying? What happened?
ものすごいエネルギーの中に飲み込まれて。
It was swallowed up inside an incredible energy.
まさか指紋工場とジェノムの王が共に果てたと。
Masaka, are you saying that the Prince of Chimon and the King of the Genomus perished together? Well,
なんということ。
how could this be? How could this happen? I mean, no interdimensional travel allowed unless you're the main characters, then you can. Oh, rip.
司教様
Oh, lucky.
気を失っておられる。
Bishop! Oh no. She lost consciousness.
おい誰かこれ司教様お部屋へ。
Oi, somebody, come over here. Take her ladyship, the bishop, to her room.
今の話が本当ならば 大変なことになります。
If what you just said is true, we are in a very serious state of affairs.
どのように対処するか、知文十二支ですぐに検討します。
Okay, we'll have the 12 branches of Chimon immediately consider how to deal with this. We've never actually seen the deep lore in these branches here. It's time. Okay, the name of the 12 like leaders, whatever you want to call them, that support the Archbishop of Chimon. You can consider them the elites of the elites in Chimon. And among them, the at the time head of the Rimonaito family, Chiru's father, was functioning as the Archbishop, as the head of the was functioning as the Archbishop and the head of the 12 branches, while they didn't have any princes. But at a certain point in time, him included, all 12 branches decided to support Anon as princess, who came from some place nobody knew, and he what do you call it, like relented his seat as Archbishop. All of it was undertaken to win the right of succession 10 years later, and to ensure the success of the Save Beseru plan. There would be no doubt that if things proceeded as intended, Jiru would inherit or take over the seat of Archbishop at some point. What a disaster that would be.
ですが、ことは知文寺院だけの問題では済まないでしょうね。
But it seems like this is not just a problem that can be fixed by Chimon alone.
どういうことですか？
What do you mean?
少なくなったとはいえ、知文信者はまだ大勢おります。
Well, at the very least, there are still many believers in Chimon.
信者でなくとも、人々は不安を募らせ、町では暴動が頻発しておるとのこと。
But those who aren't believers, those people's fears and worries will grow in intensity, and like what do you call it, like riots and other unrest will occur frequently in the towns.
しかも、こたびの災いを引き起こしたのはジェノムだという噂が広がっている。一部ではジェノム狩りまで始まっています。
No, but there's a rumor that has been spreading that the Genomus are what is behind this disaster, and there is even some people that have started Genomu hunting.
どうして？
Why?
なんでジェノムがそんな目に遭うの？
Why does that have to happen to the Genomus?
この大地震が発生する直前、地下に押し寄せるジェノムの群れを大勢の人間が目撃したからです。
Just before the advent of the earthquake, the large earthquake, large amounts of people saw it visually. The great swarm of Genomus pushing down underground.
それは山賊移動を防ぐためにコーザルさんが呼び集めたんです。
Well, Kosaru gathered them there to stop the three-dimensional travel.
人々はそれを知りません。
People don't know that.
人間を根絶やしにしようと、ついにジェノムが行動を起こしたのだと。
Saying things like, the Genomus have finally started acting to eradicate humanity.
恐怖に駆られているのです。
It's their, what do you call it? Harare Heiru. It's like they're being driven, stricken by fear.
バカな、冷静を欠くにも程がある。ジェノムは星の危機を救おうと奔走したのに。
Bakana. There are limits to how lacking in composure you can be. The Genomu, what do you call it? What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? My brain. It's Honso, right? They were like making every effort. That's the word. You're making every effort possible to save the planet from a crisis.
私は行く。くだらない誤解を解いてくる。
I'm going to what do you call it? Like unravel this nonsensical misunderstanding.
あなた一人で何ができます。
What can you do alone?
しかし、
But
諮問人員としてもゼノムが原因ではないと懸命に訴えています。
even within the Temple of Chimon, it is being seriously considered whether or not the Genemus are the cause.
ですが、現場に近づくこともできず、証拠もない。
However, since we're not able to actually go near the location in question, we have no evidence.
諮問関係者の中にすらゼノムを疑う者が出る始末なのです。
Ultimately, even among the believers in Chimon, although so related to Chimon, rather, I should say, there are people who have started doubting the Genemus.
なんてこと。
How could this happen?
愚かな人間たち、根も葉もない噂を信じてジェノム狩りなんて。
Foolish humans. To hunt Genemus, believing rumors with no grounding.
バーストは減らず、しかも今回の大地震で誰もがパニックになっています。
The bursts have not abated, and anybody would panic after such a large earthquake.
ジェノムの大移動を目の当たりにして、不安の矛先がそちらを向いてしまったのです。
Now that they saw such large movements of the Genemu means that the focus, the target of their uncertainties, is targeted that direction.
だからといってジェノムに危害を加えて何になる。
Well, even so, what do they intend? Trying to harm the
や
Genemus?
はり私は行く。
They have to go
愚民どもに真実を。罰を与えてやるわ。
to bring the truth to the foolish plebes. No punishment. No, don't go. There she goes, creating trouble again. Classic Jiru.
どうしたらいいの。
What do I do?
本当にわからない。
I really have no idea anymore.
イオナサル様、どうかお気をしっかりお持ちください。
Please, Yunasaru, you must get it together. You must focus your mind.
カノイール公女のことで心をお痛めでしょうが、今再び人種をまとめられるのはあなただけです。
I'm sure you must be in pain. Like your heart must be aching after what happened with Kanoiru. But right now, you're the only one who can unite the two different like public sentiments as one.
我々諮問人員はあなたのご判断と実行力に期待します。
Us from the Temple of Chimon hold great expectations of your judgments and your ability to take actions, I guess.
ここを離れるなら船も出しましょう。他にもお力になれることがあれば遠慮なくお申し付け。
Should you wish to leave this place, we'll prepare a ship for you. If there's anything else we can help you with, please petition us without reserve.
はい。
Hi.
一度司教の様子を見てまいります。失礼します。
I'll be going temporarily to check up on the state of the bishop. Excuse me.
イオン。
Unlucky. Telefun can come back and save me.
また立て子の方。
Again from the shaft.
制御が外れた力場のトロンが今もまだ地殻をえぐっているんだろう。この星はもう長くはないかもしれない。
The Tron that of the force field that is no longer controllable is still continuing to hollow out the crust. This planet no longer has long left to live. It's over.
キャス、
We must sublimate.
一緒にいなかったことで雑誌はついてるが、クラケット博士は
I think I have an idea of what happened while we weren't together, Kyasu. About Professor Crackett.
リーベルトを止めるために力場に残ったわ。
He remained behind at the force field to stop a rebuild.
そうか、
I see.
さすがは博士だ。最後まで責任を果たしたんだな。 立派な方だった。
Sasuga professor. He fulfilled his duties until the end. A wonderful man.
サーリー、何なのよ。立派な方って何よ。
Sadi, what do you mean, wonderful man?
悲しくないの？
Not sad?
あんなに大切にしてもらってたのに。
You know, he was so, what do you call it? So, あんなに大切にしてもらったのに even though he cherished you so much.
博士は自らの意思でそうされたんだ。世界のために。
He did this of his own will, the professor, for the sake of the world.
僕が泣いたら博士の決死の覚悟が浮かばれない。
If I were to cry, I wouldn't be able to be inspired by his what do you call it? His readiness, his preparedness for death.
悔やむより僕は前に進む。
Rather than mourning or lamenting, I will proceed forwards.
あんたのそういうところ分かり合えそうにないわ。
I don't think I will ever come to comprehend that part of you.
これ
Take this.
シェルノドロン？
Shelntron?
クラケット博士から預かったものよ。
It was entrusted to me from Professor Crackett.
世界の真理と博士が最後に手がけたシステムの図面が入ってるって言ってた。
He said that the wait, what? 最後に手がけるシステムの意図が The truth of the world, or rather, it's in the diagrams, or like the diagrams of the system that the professor worked on at the very end.
サーリならあと何年か後にはこの図面を理解して自分の後を継いでくれるだろうって。
And he said, if it's you, Sadi, then after some years, you might come to understand the diagrams and inherit his will.
そうか。受け取っておく。
Sequel bait. I see. Suppose I'll accept it. I'll accept it, rather.
すまない。
Accept.
少し一人になりたい。
Sorry, I'd like to be alone for a bit. Nice sliding.
クラケッ
Don't
ト
cry, no.
博士、
Professor Crackett.
悲しくないわけないじゃないか。博士、どうして
How could I not be sad? Professor, why?
どうして僕を置いてどうして
Why did you leave me? Why?
博士の意志、僕に残してくれた、託してくれた思い。
The professor's dying wish. The feelings he left with me, entrusted me with.
僕はこれを理解しなきゃいけない。博士が何を考え、しようとしていたか。
I must understand this, what the professor was thinking and trying to accomplish.
僕はあなたの後を継ぎます。
I will succeed you. I will pick up your torch. Alright.
イ
go.
オナサル様、
Don't die either, by the way, please.
レナデルさん、休んでいてください。怪我がまだ。
Tenaru-san, please rest. Your wounds are still...
そうは言っていられません。こうしている間にもパニックは大きくなっているでしょう。
Yes, I can't do that. The panic is surely only expanding while I'm here.
どうにかしてプラズマに連絡を取り、総動員で事態の収拾に当たらせます。
I must somehow get contact with Plasma and have do something about the situation with a full mobilization.
イオナサル様も今こそお力を発揮なされる時です。
Yunasara-sama, you two, this is the time for you to effectuate your power.
私、なんて。
I
球場へ参りましょう。
go to the palace. Gyujo?
まずは皇帝陛下に今起きていることをお伝えしましょう。そして最善の対処を導き出すのです。
First, you must tell Her Highness, the Empress, of what has occurred here, and then you must guide this to the best possible solution.
それができるのはあなたを置いて他にありません。
There's none but you who can accomplish this.
かりました。
Understood.
ここを出るの？だったらマンジュサラへ連れて行って。ターボーたちが心配なの。
Are you leaving? Then take me with you to Manjusara. I'm worried about Tabo.
いいでしょう。先ほどの司祭に船を借ります。
Fine. Let's borrow a ship from the priest earlier.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
レナルルさん。
ユナサル様。あなたは世界の希望。それは変わりません。
Lady Yunasaru, you are the hope of this world. That has not changed.
どうか、今できることに最善を。
Please. Make sure that you do what you can to your best, your utmost.
はい。
Okay. Okay. I do wonder where we're going for the last chapter, though. I'm not too sure. Are we going to the 7th dimension? I don't think so, but I'm just not really sure where physically the actual thing is going to be. Yeah, I'll find out, I guess. I'm still expecting the sublimation. It'll happen one of these days. We'll sublimate the world if we need
この扉
to.
の中で今、記憶を蘇る。サリちゃん、泣いてたね。
Sari cried.
私、気づいてあげられなかった。
I didn't even realize. Well, neither Sari or Kyasu are very honest. Well, I mean, there's the whole thing with canon. What can you do? Right, yeah, I think that's probably more accurate.
そうだね。言い訳になっちゃうけど、私もカノンさんのことでいっぱいだった。
Right, yeah, it might be an excuse, but I had my hands full with canon.
もしかしたら、サリちゃんは私のことを気遣ってくれたのかも。
Maybe Sari was being considerate of me.
あの時、もしサリちゃんが泣いてたら、私も耐えられなくなってたと思う。
If Sari started crying at that time, I don't think I could have held back either.
そしたらもう、何もできなくなってた。みんなが大変な時なのに、立つ気力も湧かなかったかもしれない。
And if I did that, maybe I wouldn't be able to accomplish anything. Even though they were all in such a grave crisis, I wouldn't even have the power to stand up.
ほんの少しの時間だけど、あの時間は私が気持ちを整理するのにすごく大事な時間だったのかもしれない。
It was only a very short time, but that might have been a really important time for me to organize my feelings. Maybe you're overthinking now. Be grateful to Sari. That's probably not what she wanted, but it's what happened anyway.
そうだね。今度会えたら、ちゃんとお礼言わなくちゃ。
Alright, next time we meet, I've got to make sure to say my thanks.
あ、でも急にお礼言ったら、サリちゃんびっくりするかもしれないね。
But if I just say thanks all of a sudden, maybe she'll be a bit surprised.
さて、
More fun stuff. A climate control device, I guess. Yeah, it's like climate control. More like weather control, I guess, but close enough. We've seen one of those
あな
before
た
as
と
well.
一緒に見せ
Getting a lot of crazy machines here, that's for sure. Alright, well,
また、
I don't know, apparently I'm
それ
like
じゃあよろ
allergic to streaming or something, because every time I stream I have to blow my nose all the time, so I'll be right back for a little bit. I don't know why, it's a curse. I can do public speaking just fine with no problems, but for some reason, when I sit here in front of a microphone, it's, my nose just does not want to cooperate, so be right back. This is pretty bopping too, though.
急げ。もうこんな危ないところにいられない。
Alright, run away, hurry! It's too dangerous to be here anymore. Wait!
何か武器になるもの持ってこい。ジェノムともぶっ殺すんだ。
Bring something you use as a weapon. We'll murder all the Genimus.
このままじゃ死ぬのを待つだけだ。
Yeah, if we stay here, we're just waiting for death. Yeah, kill the Genimus.
町の混乱がこれほどだなんて。
To think that the town would be in such a state of chaos.
みんな大地震がジェノムのせいだって思い込んでる。
They've all convinced themselves that the earthquake is the fault of the Genimus.
無理もない。真実は何も知らされてないんだ。
Yeah, no wonder nobody's told them the truth. I guess Rebel was right about the 1%.
だからって乱暴よ。ジェノムを殺すなんて。
But even so, who riot and kill the Genimus?
おい、ジェノムがいたぞ。みんな武器を持ってこい。
Alright, there's a Genim over here. Get your weapons and come over. The race war has begun. Billions must die.
待って、お願いです。行かないで。ジェノムに乱暴しないで。
Wait, please, don't go. Don't be violent to the Genimus.
あんた、イオナサル公女。
Oh, you're Princess Ionasaru.
もう公女なんて関係あるか。邪魔をするな。
Who cares about princesses? Get out of my way.
ジェノムが人間を滅ぼそうとしてるなんて嘘なんです。信じて。
It's a lie that the Genimus are trying to destroy humanity. Please believe me.
俺たちは奴らが近い押し寄せるところを見たんだよ。そしたら大地震だ。
We saw them all swarming down below ground, and then the giant earthquake.
そうだ。奴らのせいに決まってる。
Yeah, obviously it's their fault. Alright, clone men.
違う。あれは天文総統のリーベルトがやったことなの。
Alright, listen. Can you at least not take like the same person and put them right next to each other? You could have used like the other guy's model. Like, come on now. That's just silly. I guess they're twins. There's lots of twins around here. No, that's something that Rebelt, the leader of Tenmon, did.
リーベルト？あいつはこの前失脚しただろ。今さら何ができるって言うんだ。それにその話の証拠あんのかよ。
Rebelt? Didn't he have his fall from grace earlier? What are you saying he can do now? And what? Do you have any proof? Yeah, source, please.
見つけたぞ。ジェノムはこっちだ。
Found him. The Genimus over here.
行くぞ。
Let's go. Yeah, murder. I love killing innocent, defenseless animals. Wait.
イオナサル、やめておこう。ここで局所的に対処しても意味がない。
Kyokshoteki. I guess it's like localized. Yeah, Kyokshoteki. I guess it has to be like localized. Yunasaru, let's not bother. There's no point dealing with this in such a localized way.
それに、キャスだってターボーと早く会いたいだろ。
And Kasu, you want to meet Tabo as soon as possible, no? Yeah, just leave the gentleman to die.
別にそんなんじゃないわよ。
Not really?
幼馴染としてちょっと心配なだけ。先行くわよ。
I'm just a little worried about him as my childhood friend, you know. Going first. Alright. Whatever you say, man.
ルーレイさん。
イオンじゃないか。
Eon, is that you?
おばさ
Auntie!
キャスティちゃんもみんなよく無事だったね。
Casti-chan too. I'm so glad you're safe.
母ちゃん、今の声。
Nice roses on your elbows, Eon. Mother, that voice.
キャス、イオン。
Wow, Tabo. We love you, Tabo.
おい。
What's that lotus, by the way?
何泣いてんだよ。
Not a rose. Oi, what are you crying for?
泣いてない。
I'm not crying.
ボロ泣きじゃん。
You are, though.
キャスちゃん、いっぱい危ない目にあって、クラケット博士もいなくなって。
Cass-chan, you've been in a lot of danger and Raketo also died.
ターボーに会って初めて安心できたんだね。よかった。
I guess this is the first time you can relax and meeting Tabo. Good for you.
よしよし、泣くなって。な。
Alright, don't cry, okay?
申し訳ありません。
通信手段をお借りできますか？
I'm terribly sorry, but can we bother a telephone? Some way of contacting?
構わないよ。
Sure.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
イオナサル様、プラズマにシップをよこさせます。あなたを球場にお送りし、我々は本部で作戦会議を。
Right. Inosaru-sama. We'll have a plasma. What do you call it? Like, what's the word when you bring a ship? Am I stupid? I think I'm stupid. Am I being silly? We'll have like plasma bring a ship here, I guess is how you'd say it. Yeah, that's the word. We'll send you to the palace and we'll have a strategy meeting at headquarters.
わかりました。
Understood.
ターボ、街はずっとこんななの？
Pabo, has the town been like this the whole time?
ああ、でっけえ地震が来てからずっとさ。
Yeah, ever since the whole earthquake thing.
ジェノムのせいだって人と天文が原因だって人で真っ二つになって争ってる。
Yeah, they've been split right down the middle, quarreling between the people who say it's the Genemu's fault and those who say it's Tenmon's fault.
君はどう思ってるんだ？
What do you think?
俺はわかんねえよ。
Well, I don't know.
ものすごい群れが地下へ行くのは俺も見たけど、
I did see a huge swarm traveling below ground, but
ジェノムが悪いことするなんて俺には思えないし。
I don't think the Genemus would do anything bad.
他にもいるはずだぜ。騒ぎに巻き込まれないようにじっとしてる人たち。あとはまあひたすら逃げようって人とか。
Yeah, there's other people too. You know, there's those who are just staying quiet, trying not to get involved in all the uproar, and well, there's those who are just entirely. There are those who are just entirely focused on running away. Man, words and me don't mix to me.
大丈夫だ。大きくない。
It's fine. It's not that big. Oh, okay.
大したことなかったわね。
Yeah. No big deal.
苦手らしいな。
You're not good with earthquakes, are you?
ちょっとびっくりしただけよ。
Just a little surprised. I mean, I don't think a lot of people are good at handling earthquakes, but
こんな調子で余震があるたびにパニックがでかくなってんだ。
it's just gonna be even more panic when aftershocks happen in this state.
街のこと、他には？
Anything else happening about the town?
軌道エレベーターが大変なことになってるみたいだ。
Well, the orbital elevator is not doing too hot.
軌道エレベーターが？
The orbital elevator?
ああ、壊れるんじゃねえかって勢いで大勢が押し寄せてるらしい。
Yeah, there's such a huge crowd pushing their way over there that it might honestly be destroyed.
コロンの方が安全だってんで高いところへ逃げたがってるんだ。
Seems like they're trying to run away to somewhere high up because they believe the colony is safe.
外壁をよじ登って地震で振り落とされる人までいるらしい。
Yoji noboru. I guess yoji is in like clawing? Yeah. Yeah, yojiru is in like scaling, I think. Right. Trying to scramble up over the outer walls, and well, there are people apparently who fell down because of the earthquake.
なんてこと。
Shaking off. Oh no.
まさに地獄絵図だな。完全に冷静さを失ってる。
Yeah, it's like a picture of the very picture of hell itself. They've completely lost any composure and calmness.
大好きなマンジュサラの人たちまでがこんなことに。
This has happened even to the people I love. People from the Manjusara I love, so...
私、どうしたら。
What do I do?
今、カノンさんがいてくれたら。
If Kanon was just with me.
カノンさんならどうしただろう。どんなアドバイスをくれたかな。
What would Kanon do if she was here? What advice would she give me?
カノンさん。
Well, I mean, just take the throne, I guess, lol. Be the empress. Yeah.
ご安心を。
私が呼び寄せたプラズマのシップです。球場へ急ぎましょう。
Rest assured, it's just the ship that I had sent forward from Plasma. Let's hurry to the palace. Hi.
僕は途中で降ろしてくれないか。コロン4シーズンに。
Can you drop me off halfway there at Colony Four Seasons?
わかりました。
Understood.
私はここに残るわ。
I'll stay here.
それがいいと思う。
Yeah, I think that's good.
ターボーと一緒にいてあげて。
Yeah, you'll be with Tabo, right?
おいおい、なんかそれだと俺が弱っちいみてえじゃんか。
What do you mean by that? You make it sound like I'm a weak little baby.
もう細かいわね。
Come on, don't worry about the small stuff.
あんたと一緒にルルとルーレイさんを守るお手伝いするの。
I'll be helping. I'll be with you, helping you protect Dudu and Dude-san.
おう、よろしくお願いします。
Yes, よろしくお願いします。
イオン、皇帝陛下にこのことしっかり伝えてね。
Make sure you tell Her Highness the Empress exactly what's happening.
キャスちゃん、わかった。
Understood.
イオンだけが俺たちの希望の光なんだ。
You and you alone are last ray of hope.
ターボー、私
I didn't say
頑張
lost.
るね。
You didn't say lost, but I added that. Pablo, I'll do my best. I'll
Iona-san.
gambaru. Yeah. Goodbye,
頼む
friends.
ぜ、イオン。
We're relying on you, Yon. Yon. Yeah. Off we go then.
ジェノムはどこだ。一匹残らず殺せ。
Where are the Genimus? Kill them all. Don't leave a single one behind.
見つけ次第やっちまえ。
If you find one, get it.
ふざけないで。やめて。やめなさい。
Stop that right now. Don't mess with me. Stop,
ジ
stop.
ェノムはこの星を救おうとした。なぜジェノムを殺す。
The Genimus are trying to save this planet. Why are you killing them?
うるさい。
Shut up. Didn't know.
なんて愚かな。
Foolishness.
これが知性ある者の人間のすることなのか。
Is this what those with intelligence, what humans would do? Oh no, she's gonna snap. Not again. For God's sakes. Yeah, I mean, it's a JPEG, JPEG world out there, man. Well, time for Jiru to do something stupid again. Can't wait. It's a classic one, might even say.
大寺院を出た後のことを思い出したよ。
Ay, ay, ay.
でも、できれば思い出したくなかった。
I remember what happened after we left the Great Temple, but if possible, I would have preferred not to remember.
こんなことあなたに言ったら悪いって分かってるよ。
I know I should feel guilty for saying this to you, but
でも、ジェナムをみんなが襲っているところなんて見たくないって気持ちも本当なの。
but not wanting to see the Genimus being attacked by everybody are my real feelings.
大寺院で話を聞いたのと、実際に目の当たりにするのは全然違った。あんなにひどいことになってたなんて。
Hearing about it at the Great Temple and actually seeing it with my own two eyes were completely different things. To think it would be such a horrible situation. Sasugani, ano kodo wa, yeah, that's a little much.
ジェノムを襲ってたことを認めるわけじゃないけど、あれは仕方ないのかもしれない。
I don't want to accept that the Genimus are being attacked, but not like accept that they were doing it, but what can you do, I guess?
やまないバースト、突然の大地震、直線のジェノムたちの移動。
The unceasing bursts, the sudden large earthquake, and the movements of the Genimus just before.
それに、私とカノンさんが継承の儀を棄権しようとしたことも、みんなの不安を煽ってた。
And Canon and I renouncing or like canceling our participation in the rite of succession, all of it must have fanned the flames of uncertainty.
それでみんな、わかりやすい原因に飛びついたのかもしれない。
And then perhaps they all jumped at the easy to understand cause. And Jiru as well.
すごくショックを受けてたね。
Yes, he got a real big shock.
ジルさんは ジェノムのみんなを本当に大切にしてたから。
Because Jida really appreciates all the Genomes.
今回のことが原因でまた何か危険なことをしたりしなければいいんだけど。
Maybe this might be the reason she does something dangerous again. I don't know. Probably yes.
そうだ。
Mysterious picture. Proof of trust or faith. Okay. Odd things.
取り戻してくれてありがとう。また一緒に夢。
Yeah, no problem. We'll go in there again. No worries. Strange things to receive, but we'll go with it. Off we go then. I mean, it certainly does feel like we're heading towards the climax here, but the fact that there's still another chapter is the strange part. Anyway. I mean, I guess it has to lead into the next game somehow. Mind you, I haven't actually seen anything of Nosurge except for the title screen when I tried booting it up.
予想以上に早く最悪の事態になりましたね。
So I have no idea if it's like 100 years in the future or right after the game ends. We'll see. I see. It seems like we have arrived at the worst possible situation faster than expected. Okay, cyber grandma, whatever you say.
すみません。私の力が足りなかったばっかりに。
I'm sorry. My power is never enough.
イオナサル、ここに至り、一つあなたに確かめたいことがあります。
Yunasaru, now that we have arrived here, there's one thing I wish to confirm of you.
あなたにとってこの星、いえ、この世界はどのような存在ですか？
From your perspective, what kind of existence is this star? No, this world.
私にとって大切な宝物がたくさん詰まった宝石箱のような存在です。
Something very precious. It's an existence akin to a jewelry box, full, or like a treasure box or whatever, full of all the treasures that are important to me.
ターボーやキャスちゃん、ルーレイさん、ネイちゃん、
Tabo, Kyasu-chan, Rurei-san, Nei-chan.
白鷹さん、サーリちゃん、愛すべきたくさんの人たちがいます。
Shirotaka-san, Sari-chan. Countless people who should be loved.
かけがえのない命でこの世界は満ちています。とても大切な場所です。
This world overflows with irreplaceable life. It is an extremely important place to me.
だから先日の謁見の時のこと、私は考え足らずで陛下のおっしゃる通りでした。
That is why, during the audience the other day I had with you, I spoke to you, or rather, I had not thought enough. It was just as you said, Your Highness.
でもこの世界を救いたい気持ちは今も変わりません。
But those feelings of wanting to save this world have not changed even now.
私が今ここにいるのにも何かきっと理由があるんだと思います。
That I'm still here right now, there must be a reason for it, I think.
世界が私に与えた役割を果たすために最善を尽くしたい。
I want to do my utmost to fulfill the role the world has bestowed upon me.
そしてこの星の命のことを誰よりも大切にしてきた
And so I've come to... Okay, I need
カノン
this.
さん、
Yeah,
コーザルさんの思いも私は引き継ぎたい。
I needed the second part. I wish to inherit or succeed the feelings of Kosaru and Kanon, who treasure the life on this planet more than anybody else.
カノンさんには大切なことをたくさん教えてもらいました。
I've learned many important things from Kanon.
私の宝物です。どんな命も 変わりがありません。私も心からそう思います。
It's my treasure. No matter the life, it doesn't change. That's what I believe from the bottom of my heart.
カノンさんは誰もがそう考え、命を慈しむ世界をと願っていました。
Kanon-san wished for a world where everybody would think so and love all life.
私はその願いを託されたんです。カノンさんとの最後の約束です。
I was entrusted with this wish. My final promise with Kanon.
陛下のおっしゃっていたように、それを行動で示すべきなのでしょうけれど。
Like you said, Your Highness, this is something that should be shown through actions, but
どうすればいいのか、まだ答えは出ていません。
I still can't find the answer to what I should do.
でも、これからたくさんの人とお話しして、自分なりに考えて。
But I'll be talking with many people from now on and find a way that is like me.
みんなが一つになれるよう、頑張るつもりです。
I intend to do my best so we can all become as one.
あなたの思いは分かりました。では、世の思いを伝えます。
I understand your feelings. Well then, I shall convey to you mine.
よくお聞きなさい。
Listen well.
はい。
Yes. Oh God.
今この瞬間をもって、皇位継承の儀を終了とします。
Right now, in this moment, the rite of succession has come to a close.
イオナサル・ククルル・プリシエル、あなたを時代皇帝として、この世界を支える者として認めます。
Oh, we did it. We won. Woo. Even the Sada Kukururu Purisieru. I judge you fit as the next empress and the one who will support this world.
私、
Me?
世はもういつ死んでもおかしくない年になりました。
I'm already at an age where it wouldn't be strange for me to die of old age.
奇跡を起こせる皇帝の生態を持ち備えていても、生命力がもはやそれに追いつきません。
Even if I am equipped with the vocal cords of the Empress that can bring about miracles, I will soon be out of vitality. Life force. Yeah, we did it, Empress. Woo. Just had to make sure the other candidate died. We did it.
ましてや、あなたのように超越的な能力も持ってはいません。
To say nothing of the fact that I'm not in possession of your transcendental powers. I mean, we did it. We made it. Woo! Time for the happy epilogue in chapter 12, I'm sure.
要は、あなたが正当なる皇位継承者でないことは、もとより知っておりました。
I knew from the beginning that you were not somebody, what do you call it? Like, you're not the legitimate heir to the throne.
ですが、根源的な破滅を目の前にして、皇位の空白など考えられぬこと。
But as we stare fundamental destruction in the eyes, it is unthinkable to leave the seat of the Empress vacant.
要は、あえて口を閉ざしたのです。
Ultimately, I purposely held my tongue on this subject.
そして今、
And now,
あなたには皇帝としてその力を振るってもらう時が来たというわけです。
it means that the time has come for you, as Empress, to wield that power.
あなたの俯瞰視点であらゆる断りを見通し、どうか。
Please, through your eagle eye, see through all kinds of principles, reasons.
どうかこの世界のすべての命を救ってあげてほしい。
Please, I would like you to save all life on this planet.
すべての命を救いたい思いは本当です。でも
My feelings of wanting to save all life on this planet are real, but
私にその資格が本当にあるんでしょうか。
but I wonder, do I really have the qualification?
力だってまだまだ足りません。だから陛下とご一緒に。
I don't have enough power, I don't think so. I'd like to be with you, Your Highness, and
イオナサル言ったはずですよ。世の命はいつ尽きるやもしれん。時代皇帝の擁立は必要なことなのです。
Ionasaru, I believe I said this. My life will be spent any moment. It is necessary for me to provide support for the next generation of emperors.
世は先ほど皇帝としての最後の仕事を終えました。
Just before I finished my final task as empress. Nani?
惑星の意志との対話です。
Uh-oh. I had a conversation with the will of the planet. Oh god, we're back to this. Saki, don't do it.
惑星の意志。
The will of the planet.
そうです。ラシエラという星そのものが生きとし生ける者の行く末をどのように願っているか。
Indeed. What the planet we call it Rashiera, what the planet we call it Rashiera, what future it has in mind, it wishes for all living beings
そ
on the
れ
planet.
を尋ねたのです。
I asked it of that.
ラシエラの意志は我々に生きろとおっしゃいました。
And the will of Rashiera said it wanted us to live.
そのためには命を捧げると。ラシエラの意志そのものが滅びても構わないという意味です。
And to accomplish this, it would offer up its own life. The very will of the planet Rashiera said what it meant was that it didn't mind if the very will itself was to be destroyed.
それはつまり天文の。
That means Tenmon's.
そうです。グランフェニックス計画。
Indeed, the Grand Phoenix Plan. I guess we're back to this again. Well, Jiru is not gonna like that. Right, we already read this. Yes.
ラシエラを潰して新たな惑星へ移動するという計画を世はこれまで否定的に捉えていました。
The plan of moving to another planet and destroying Rashiera is something that I have been negative or contradictory on until now. A contradictory sin, I've been contradicting it. I didn't want it.
しかし今となっては
But as things are
も
now,
はやそれしか助かる道はありません。
there is no other roads to salvation left.
こうしている間にもラシエラはいつ崩壊してもおかしくない。
It wouldn't at all be weird for Rashiera itself to be destroyed while we're here talking like this.
今現在もなお地殻は削られこの星は大きく歪んでしまいました。
And even more now in the current situation, the crust is being shed, and the planet itself has been greatly twisted.
ラシエラはわずかずつではありますが公転軌道を離れ太陽ベゼルへと近づいています。
Oh, that's not good, but I guess it would make sense the less mass you have. Rashiera is bit by bit gradually removed from its solar orbit and is approaching the star, Beseru, the sun. That's not great. it's a slight problem. No.
ラシエラの意志は世と同じ意見をお持ちでした。
Rashiera's will holds the same opinion as I.
人と惑星の総意として時代皇帝であるあなたにあらゆる生命の保護を託すと。
We wish to entrust the safeguarding of all life to you, the next generation of Empress, as the consolidated will of the people and the planet.
何度でも頼みます。どうかこの世界と全ての命を救ってほしい。
I will ask you as many times as it takes. Oh, oops. I'll ask you as many times as it takes. Please. I want you to save all life on this planet with your hands.
皇位の継承に同意なさいますか。
Do you consent to inheriting the throne?
はい。同意します。
Yes, I consent. We did it! Woo! Yeah.
あなたはたくさん辛い目にあって、たくさんの人と出会って、別れも経験してきたわ。
You've suffered through many hard experiences and met many people, as well as experienced many farewells. We did it! Empress time!
レナルルさん。
もう二度とそんな悲劇が起こらないよう、世界を変える。そのための力をあなたは持つの。
Change the world, so a tragedy like this never happens again. That's why you have the power you do.
今の悲しみを糧にして、人々を幸せにしてほしい。
Use the current suffering and sadness as encouragement, as fuel, and make the people happy.
あなたの世界から無理やり連れてきておいて、こんなことを言うのは本当に身勝手だけれど。
I know it is very selfish to say this after forcibly taking you from your world, but
私たちの希望はもうあなたしかいないの。
we have no other hope but you.
どうか世界をお救いください。
Please save the world.
そんな、レナルルさんやめてください。
No, Renaru, stop.
私も皇帝即位の儀では最善を尽くします。
Yes, I'll also be doing my utmost for the ascension, Empress Ascension ceremony.
即位のための歌を私が歌うことになったの。
I'm the one who'll be singing the song for your ascension.
本当ですか？
Really?
歌は時代皇帝を最も大切に思う人が歌うことになっているわ。
Well, it seems like the song is has to be sung by by the person who feels the strongest about the upcoming empress.
通例では皇女の家族、主に異父兄弟が担うことが多いのだけれど。
Well, normally it would be like your family, and it's happened quite a bit with half siblings, like with a different father, right? Ifu Kyodai, it's like like your half siblings with a different father. I guess the Empress gets around. She has lots of sexy, hot men under her employ. I don't know. I think that's what she's trying to imply here.
イオンには身内と呼べる人がいないから、私が歌うことに。
And since you don't have anything you could really call a family around here, I'll be singing. I mean, true. Wouldn't really be an Empress if you didn't. I mean, I think that thing's a bit more common with Emperors in the sense that, as Empress, you can only be pregnant with one child at a time. While as an Emperor, you can impregnate like 100 women at the same time if you try hard enough, right? But I don't know. I mean, I guess. Sure. Why not? I'd do the same. That's all I'm saying.
そうなんですね。
I see.
ごめんなさいね。私なんかで。
Sorry that it has to be me.
いいえ、
No.
嬉しいです。
I'm happy.
レナルルさん、よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
そう言ってくれて嬉しいわ。ありがとう。
I'm happy to hear that. Thank you. I'm ready for the Renaruru song. Have we ever had one of those? I don't think so. We've had Jiru, we've had Ne, we've had Nero and Kyasu as well. And Eon, of course, in canon. I don't think we've had Renaruru yet. I don't believe so, at least. I don't remember it. If so, I don't think so.
私はこれから歌う準備をしなくてはならないの。
I have to go prepare for the song now.
ごめんなさい。儀式まで一緒にいてあげたいのだけれど。
Sorry, I would have liked to be with you until the ceremony, but
いえ、大丈夫です。
no, that's fine.
それじゃ後で。
Well then, see you later. I'm ready for an absolute banger. You better make this one good, Renarudu. You only get the chance to sing at the Ascension once, hopefully.
前にここに来た時は、カノンさんが一緒だった。
I mean, it'll go well. Don't worry about it. There's nothing going wrong here. We'll ascend. We'll all be happy. We'll save the planet and transfer us all into a different dimension, space planet or something. It'll be great. This is going to be absolutely perfect. It's been planned out to a T, you know. Last time I came here, Canon was with me.
でも、今は一人。テレ君もいない。
But now I'm alone. I don't even have Terikun. I don't know. I still want my sublimation, and it's gonna happen someday. Maybe not this chapter, but next chapter for sure. I have faith.
寂しい。
I will hold out hope in my chest. One of these days, we'll get there. They won't just talk of it. They'll actualize it. It's a little lonely. Hello. Oh god, that's loud. Ewon. Hello, Ne. It's about time you showed up. It's been a long time. What have you been doing?
短い間しか離れてないけど、なんだか久しぶりな感じ。
We've only been apart for a short time, but it really feels like it's been a while, huh?
そうだね。
Right, you didn't show up once this chapter. Maybe that's why. I mean, to be fair, she is the biological daughter of the Empress, kind of, so it's okay. It's her room, really, when you think about it.
イオンのことが心配でさ、レナルルに行って特別に入れてもらったわけ。
Alright, I mean, she can come in here if she wants to. No biggie. I was just worried about you, you know, Yun? I asked Renarudu and I got special permission to come in here.
あいつは私の本当の正体を知ってるから断る気なかったみたいだけど。
Well, I mean, she does know my true identity, so I guess she didn't really feel like refusing me, but...
姉ちゃん。姉ちゃん。カノンさんが。カノンさんが。
Canon, no.
聞いてるよ。
I heard about it.
辛かったね。
Must have been hard, huh?
イオンには私がついてるよ。一人じゃない。だから泣かない泣かない。
I'm with you here, Ian. You're not alone, so don't cry. Don't cry.
イオン、皇帝陛下になるんだってね。おめでとう。
Ian, you're becoming, Her Highness the Empress, no? Congratulations. My birthright, you thief.
どうしたの？暗い顔しちゃって。
What is it? Why are you looking so gloomy? But
皇帝には姉ちゃんがなるかもしれないはずだったのに。
but maybe you should have been the Empress, nay.
そんなこと気にしてたんだ。
Oh, that's what's bothering you.
ないない。全然そんな気なかったし、そもそも試練の3年間が私には無理。
No. Don't worry about that at all, really. I'm not worried about that at all. In the first place, I'd never be able to make it through the 3 years of trials.
そういう堅苦しいの苦手だし、イオンがやってくれてよかったわーって思ってる。
I'm bad with that kind of formal stuff. Really, if anything, I've been thinking, thank goodness you're doing it instead.
姉ちゃん。
それに、イオン陛下の隣で文句垂れるくらいのことはしちゃうよ。
Monku tareru. It's like I'll be complaining. I'll be at your side and complaining to you all the time anyway.
あ、それって楽して皇帝並みの権力者ってこと？最高。
Or what? Does that mean I'll get to just relax and enjoy life? Having authority on the levels of the Empress? Oh, that's fantastic. I mean, great plan, really. Just become the new Empress's closest advisor. You can sit there and grumble to her all day, and you can eat grapes and drink wine in your bedroom. It's gonna be amazing.
よかった。笑ってくれた。
Oh, thank goodness, I got you to laugh.
いよいよ明日だね。即位の儀。
It's finally tomorrow, isn't it? The Ascension Rite. Ceremony.
緊張してる？
Yeah, You tense? You nervous?
もちろんだよ。ずっとドキドキが止まらなくて。
Of course, I haven't been able to stop my heart beating for a while.
でも、姉ちゃんが近くにいるって思ったら、きっと大丈夫。
But if I think that you'll be by my side, I'm sure I'll be fine.
さあ、生体を授かる時も大丈夫？
Huh? You're gonna be fine when you're stowed the vocal cords. Huh?
あれま、まだ聞いてなかった？
You didn't hear?
即位の儀で皇帝の生体を授かるんだけど。
Right, at the rite of ceremony of ascension, you'll be presented the vocal cords of the Empress.
それってマウストゥーマウスなんだよ。
And that's a mouth to mouth, you know.
初耳。
Little kiss.
それで口と口を
A little kiss with Granny. That's the first I've heard of that. But you mean mouth and mouth? Like,
当たり前じゃん。約束よね、約束。
but of course, you know, it's like a perk. It's a side benefit. I mean, honestly, I don't feel like we've gotten a lot of what I call fan service in the main story. It's mainly been with Eon in her room and while she walks around in her underwear all day. I feel like here, I mean, of course, every time Canon's on screen, obviously there's some, you know, things that are hard to look away from. At some point, you stop noticing, you know? There hasn't really been any, like... Okay, that's not quite true. There were definitely some scenes where there were some very deliberate camera placements, like with the pluck suit at the Neptron company, the Netsuru, rather, I should say, at the Tube company. They weren't exactly hiding it there, but I feel like they haven't actually done that much. I'm kind of surprised at how serious they've been, you know? I mean, you know, I'm not the type of guy to care about that. I know there's some people who instantly have like a heart attack the moment they see underwear on the screen, but you know, it doesn't bother me in the slightest, at least. I mean, okay, serious is saying a little much, but they've been... I mean, I feel like at least, you know, okay, right, the whole Nidoki theme park is not what I'd call serious, but I feel like they've been pretty down to earth, you know, mostly. Anyway, it's a perk, it's a side benefit. You get to kiss Granny.
姉ちゃん気楽すぎ。私は余計に緊張してきちゃったよ。
Nei-chan, you're way too easygoing with this. Now you've made me even more nervous.
ねえイオン。実はさ、あんたに話したいことがあるの。
Hey, Ian, there's actually something I wanted to talk with you about.
何？
Nani?
私たち、ファーストハーモニクスしない？
Why don't we do first harmonics together? Oh my.
私が姉ちゃんと？
Eh? Me with you, Nei-chan. Yes, and we'll do it mouth to mouth.
それはもちろん嬉しいけど、でも。
Of course I'd be happy to, but...
まあ、そう言うだろうと思ってたよ。理由も大体察しがつくわ。
I think if that's what you'd say, you'd probably guess the reason as well.
でも、だからこそ、ファーストハーモニクスして。だってこれは、テレフン県の最後のお願いだった。
You are now my Genemu. But that's exactly why we should first harmonics. Because, well, this is Terefunken's final wish.
テレ君の？
Terekun?
そう。知門寺院で、あんたとカノンが共同声明を発表してるとき、テレフン県からお願いされたの。
Right, when you did your joint declaration together with Canon at the Chimon Temple, I was asked this by Terefunken.
自分の代わりに、私がイオンのジェノムになってほしいって。
He said that in exchange of me, he'd like, well, in exchange of himself, he'd like me to become your Genemu.
でも、私自身が心の整理つけられなくて、今までずっと悩んでた。
But I had to, you know, mentally prepare myself a bit and put some things in order. So I've been thinking it over ever since.
でも思ったの。あんたとあの子の絆はすっごく強いわ。
But then I thought, you know, you and that guy's bonds are really strong.
そのテレフンケンが私に頼んできたんだから。
So if Terefunken came and asked that of me, then...
それってイオンにとっても私にとっても正しいことなんだって。
That had to be the right thing for you and me.
姉ちゃんと私がファーストハーモニクス。
Ne and I, first harmonics.
なんだかイメージ湧かないよね。
気が進まないなら無理になんて言わないよ。
It doesn't seem like you can really imagine it. Well, if you don't feel like doing it, I guess I won't tell you to do it.
そんなことない。
No, no, not at all.
ありがと
Thank you.
う。姉ちゃん、お願いします。
Nee-chan, please. お願いします。
そっか。こちらこそありがとう。いいわ。
I see. I am the grateful one here, Eon. Time for some first harmonics. We gotta get you practice before you become
これ
empress.
より惑星ラシエラ時代皇帝即位の儀を執り行う。
This really is some rather bizarre armor. It's giving me like it's making me think of like Shirelia's armor that she wears, you know? That's what I'm thinking of here. When I look at that. She also had some rather intense armor on, I have to say. It's not entirely the same, but you know, it's got like the little, it's not like quite wings here, it's more like jet boosters. But it just kind of reminds me of it, you know, and then the helmet with the black glass on it. I mean, I guess she didn't have like a long blue ponytail on it, but I don't know. I just can't help but think of Shirelia when I see that, but her voice is a granny voice, so I don't think she's gonna be like 15 on the inside. I think that's optimistic. Anyway. We will now... Yeah, it's more full body. This feels a bit more modular, I guess. Oh, right, yeah, of course, TDI, yeah. I mean, I can kind of see that too. I can kind of see Tyria's armor kind of being like this as well. I don't know. It's got at least like kind of like the similar vibe, right? I guess this one's a bit more like Tyria's, but this one doesn't show like the bottom of her face, right? So... I don't know. At least that's just what it reminds me of, if nothing else. That's all I wanted to say. I don't think it's coincidence at the very least. Alright, sorry for stalling Granny. We'll proceed with the legendary ceremony. We will now undertake the Empress Ascension ceremony. What am I saying? We will now undertake the ceremony of ascension for the next generation of... what the fuck do you call this? Okay, the planet Rashiera Next Generation Empress Ascension ceremony will now be undertaken. Yes, that's how we say it.
先に習えば全世界を挙げての典礼とすべきところなるも。
As done in the past, there are things that we must, there are ceremonies and etiquette that we must offer up to the whole world.
今は速やかなる行為の継承が必要と世が判断した。よって略儀にて行うこととする。
But I have determined that the inheritance of the throne must be undertaken as soon as possible. Therefore, we will go through an abbreviated ceremony.
世なさるククルルプリシエル。これへ。そして歌姫レナルルタータルカ前へ。
Come forward, Renaduru. No dress for you?
ラシエラとの絆をちぎり、すべての命。 世界を思う歌を
To pledge or like promise on all the bonds of Rashiera to sing a song of your feelings for all life of the whole world. Let's go. I'm ready.
の人と出会った。
I met so many people.
ターボ、キャスちゃん、ネイちゃん、白鷹さん、サーリちゃん、レナルルさん、そしてジルさん。
And Jiru.
今も苦しんでいるネロ。
Nero, who's still suffering now.
私に全てを託してくれたカノンさん。
She who entrusted me with
楽
everything,
しい
Canon.
ことも辛いことも
Fun things, hard times,
苦しいことも
painful things,
素敵なことも
wonderful things.
全部みんながいたから。
Because all of you were there with me.
この瞬間まで私全力で走ってきて、そしてみんなに支えられてたんだね。
That I'm able to keep sprinting with all my might in this moment is because you've all been supporting me. I like how Rebel is there.
ありがとうみんな。
What the fuck? wait, why is Rebel there? Why is this guy there? I don't think he belongs here, okay? That's all I'm saying. Sorry to interrupt you, but come on. Rebel of all people, really? I mean, I can understand Jesus even if I disagree, but Rebel? I mean, fucking hell. Thank you, all of you.
今度は私がみんなを救う番だね。
He looks so awkward out in the corner as well. Great. This time, it's my turn to save you all. They did. This is all the unique models. It would look unbalanced without Rebuild in the corner. Truly, the genocidal maniac. Yes, wonderful man. He's my best friend. He supported me the whole way. Thanks, man.
イオナサルククルルプリシエル皇帝の生態をあなたへ。
I will grant you the vocal cords of the Empress.
あなたは今よりその名を捨て、世界にただ一つの皆を報じます。
Mina. You will now throw away the name you have lived under till now. Mina is more like the name of God, I think. Hang on, I'm gonna look this up. Yeah, okay, now it probably means Yome as in like the name of the emperor, I guess. Probably because Mina is more like the name of God, right? I don't think she meant Mina. Yeah, the arms are great. Alright, and you will receive the one and only name of the emperor in this world.
皇帝ラシエラ、惑星ラシエラ最後の皇帝よ。この世界をどうか頼みます。
The Empress Rashieda. The final Empress of the planet Rashieda. Please, take good care of this world. Mwah. How romantic. Thanks, Grandma. I love being put in power when everything's going to shit. It's just what I needed. Okay, well, unlucky, I guess. Can't win them all. That's how it goes. Somebody has to be the last, right?
この扉の中。
You know, if you're... That's a good question, actually.
私皇帝になったんだ。
Well, I don't think kissing the screen quite works the same way, but I mean, it's close enough. I guess that is how you transfer power. You kiss the next in line. Mwah, mwah. I became the Empress.
本当に良かったのかな。
Is that really good?
私、傾斜の義も棄権しようとしたし、カナンさんやジェノムのみんなも救えてない。
You know, I tried to resign from... retract myself from the Rider Succession, and I wasn't able to save Canon and all the Genomers.
これから何をどうしたらいいのかもわからなかったのに。
I don't even know what to do, but... No, your feelings are the real deal.
本物なのかな。
The real deal, you're saying?
私にはよくわからないよ。
I'm not quite sure myself.
でも、みんなから教えてもらった。誰かを思いやる気持ち。
But what I learned from everybody, these feelings of thinking of everybody.
それは、切なくて、悲しくて、でも、とっても温かくて。
It's painful, sad, but also very warm.
そんなみんなを守りたいって気持ちはどんどん強くなっていってる。
Those feelings of wanting to protect everybody are growing stronger and stronger.
いつかみんなが本当の意味で一つになれるように、たくさんお話しして答えを見つけられるように頑張りたい。
Until the day that we can all truly, in the true meaning, become like one. I want to do my best to talk with a bunch of people and find those answers. Well, I mean, I guess. それはそれとして Mouth to mouth. Yeah, kiss that granny.
それって皇帝陛下とのだよね。
What, you mean what it did with Her Highness the Empress?
だってあれは儀式だし仕方ないでし
It
ょ。
was a ceremony. What could I do?
それに皇帝陛下は女の人だよ。だからあれはノーカウントだよ。
And she's a girl, so it doesn't count. I mean, I don't know, man. I just want to say, you insisted that it was your first kiss, and here you were kissing Grandma. I feel so betrayed right now. I can't do this anymore, Ian. It's too much for me. If that's what you say.
よかった。あなたがいい人で。
Oh, thank goodness. You're a good person.
こういうのは気の持ちようが大切だよね。
No, it matters how you feel about it, too. Now that is cope.
今回も
More stuff. Hoshino Cho. I guess... Like the pitch of the star, I mean like the tone, I guess. Yeah, like the tone of the planet. I don't know, apparently it doesn't count when girls kiss girls, so... I guess it doesn't count when boys kiss boys either. I mean... That's what she says. I won't say anymore. Alright, but one last scene though, where the world explodes. I'm ready. I mean, there's a reason she's here, right? And I don't think it's just coincidence that she's here and not the Empress. It's not by random chance, I don't think, so... I must know. Is this her soul sublimated into the virtual world? All citizens, all residents, lay down your weapons immediately. Restrain any who harm the gentleman. Shut up, Plasma. If you have some good weapons, hand them over to us instead. Yeah, we have to eliminate all genomes. Eradicate them. Wait, how many times do I have to tell you this? It's not decided that the earthquake was caused by the genomes. Who cares? What, you want to die too? How about all of you? Calm down. Yeah, I mean...
球場より最重要の通達があります。国民各位は周囲の人々に声をかけ、放送をお聞きくださいますよう。
A message of the utmost importance from the palace. Right, all citizens, call out to those around you and ask them to listen to this broadcast. Palace? Did something happen to Her Highness the Empress?
球場は時代皇位継承の儀を停止したと正式に発表しました。
The palace officially declared... what do you call this? Teishi, not Seishi, what am I talking about? Teishi is in like the suspension or something? Yeah, they officially declared the suspension of the right of succession for the next generation of empress.
同時に 次代皇帝即位の儀が執り行われたことが合わせて発表されました。
And at the same time, it was also announced that the rite of ascension for the next empress would also be undertaken.
なんだって
What?
静かにしろ
Quiet.
次代皇帝ラシェーラにはイオナサル皇女が即位されました。
Princess Ionasaru has ascended as the next. What do you call it? Like, yeah, just like the next, I guess, the next empress, Rashiera.
イオナサルって天文工場
Ionasaru was Princess of Tenmon.
皇帝が万歳
Her Highness the Empress, Banzai!
何言ってるカノン様はどうなる試練も終わってないのにこんなの認められるかよ
You're saying, what happened to Canon? The trials aren't even over yet. I won't accept this.
誰でも構うもんか俺たちを助けてくれんだろう
Who
な
cares about that? They'll save us, right?
そうだ今皇帝のやることは一つだラシエラを救ってくれ
Yes, there's only one thing that the Empress can do now. Save Rashiera. Yeah. Whoa. Just save the planet, Lamar. It's that easy. Just do it.
イオナサル皇女が皇帝ラシェーラに即位されました。
Princess Ionasaru has ascended from Empress Rashiera.
イオナサル様が皇帝ついに
Ionasaru-sama, the Empress. Time has finally come.
決まったのね。おめでとう、イオナサル様。
I knew it. Congratulations, Lady Ionasaru.
イオンちゃん、とうとうやったんだな。きっと大丈夫だぜ。おめでとう。
Ion-chan, at last you've done it. It'll be fine, I'm sure. Congratulations.
おめでとう、イオナサル。道は本当に険しいけど負けないで。
Congratulations, Ionasaru. The road ahead is truly steep, but you won't lose.
そうかい。あの頼りなかった子が本当にね。
I see. That unreliable girl. She really...
おめでとう。でもこれからが大変だね。頑張るんだよ。
Congratulations, but it'll be a tough going from henceforth. Do your best. Yeah.
やったぞキャス。
We did it, Kasu.
イオンが、イオンが、とうと
Yes, Ion. That Ion, she finally...
皇帝陛下。
Her Highness, the Empress.
俺ずっと思ってた。
I always knew it.
イオンが絶対皇帝になるって。
That Ion would definitely become Empress.
私だって。
Me too.
イオンが絶対この星を救うんだって。
I knew that she'd definitely save this planet.
おい、球場はどっちの方だ。
Where is the palace?
あっち。
Over there.
よし。
Alright.
イオン、おめでとう。
Ion, congratulations. Oh.
なんだよお前ら。
Where were you guys?
球場より君たちへの通達を届けに参りました。
A message to you have arrived from the palace.
通達？
A message?
球場？
From the palace?
なお、直々に伝えたいとのお言葉だ。ご同行を願いたい。
Okay, and okay, these are words that are best that should be told directly. Please come with
ラ
us.
シェーラ皇帝陛下の御前へ赴くのだ。粗相のないように。
We'll be heading what do you call it? What's the word? Yeah, we'll be in the presence of Her Highness the Empress Rashiera. Make sure you don't act rude.
皇帝？
The Empress? Her Highness.
それってつまり。
So that means... Well, yeah, duh. Oh, that's the end? Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty quick. We did it. There might be an after credit scene though. That's what I'm expecting. That's a little too fast. A little suspicious. Okay. Well then. Okay, that's actually it. Okay, that's a little surprising, but okay. I guess the last chapter is getting the fuck out of here. It looks like a spaceship, so I guess we're building a spaceship. Whoa! Sounds good to me.
私が皇帝になった後のこと、少しだけだけど思い出したよ。
I remember just a tiny bit of what happened after I became Empress.
やっぱりみんな驚いてたね。
They really were all kind of surprised.
皇位継承の儀がちゃんと終わったわけでもないし。
Even though the right of succession wasn't properly, didn't properly finish either.
何より、カノンさんがいなくなってからの急な決定で、地門の人たちは特に不満も大きかったと思う。
More than anything, because it was such a sudden decision after Canon disappeared. All the people from Chimon are especially dissatisfied, I think.
でも、そんなこと言ってられない状況になってたし、仕方ないよね。
Well, I mean, nothing you can do about this, really. That's just how the situation was,
惑
I
星ラ
guess.
シエラはきっと近いうちに崩壊してしまう。
The planet Rasieda will, without a doubt, very soon be destroyed.
その前にみんなを助ける方法を見つけなくちゃ。
I have to find a way to save everybody before that happens. And well, Tabo and the others were called. Cast as well, rather.
記憶の最後のところでだよね。なんで二人を球場に呼んだんだろう。
Right, the final parts of the memory. Were they so suddenly called to the castle?
緊急時だし、単に会いたいからっていうわけじゃないと思うんだけど。
You know, it's in a state of emergency, so I don't think it's just because I wanted to meet them, and
やっぱりダメ。
it's no good.
全然思い出せ
I can't remember at all.
ない。もしかして、また何か危険なことが。
Maybe something dangerous happening again. I mean, Jiru is still there, right? I mean, Jiru is, yeah, I was gonna say.
それはないと思うよ。
I don't think so. You don't think so? I
ジ
think
ル
so.
さんなら、球場で何かする前に、ジェノムたちを助けに走るんじゃないかな。
Don't you think Jiru is running around trying her best to save the Genimus before she'd try to do anything at the palace?
レナルルさんたちも頑張ってくれてたはずだけど、ジェノム狩りの勢いは弱まってなかったし。
Renarudu and the others are also trying their best, but it doesn't seem like the Genomu hunters are reducing in numbers at all.
けど、 だとしたら何の用事で二人を呼んだのかな。
So I wonder for what reason I called them.
さすがにこればっかりは思い出してみないとダメそうだね。
Yeah, I guess I definitely have to remember this at least.
それで
Oh yeah. A massive glass tube. That sounds like a great time.
あなたと一緒に
Okay, well, that's chapter 11 done, I suppose. Some clothes from Niriko. Hello, yes, I'm here. Hi. No big deal. Yeah.
新しい服のレシピをもらってきたよ。
I got a new recipe for an outfit from Niriko.
なんて言ってたかな。
What did you say?
東大森の知り合いにはなかなかおしゃれな服を着ている者たちがおる。
There are some people amidst your acquaintances who wear some rather fancy clothing.
だからその者たちの服を実際に着ておしゃれなレディーを目指すのじゃ。
So you should try wearing the clothing of those people and aim to become a fancy lady.
って言ってたけど誰の服ができるのか
That's
な。
what she said, but I wonder what kind of clothes it is. Okay, this time it might be Ne and Sari, I think.
レシピを見ると2着作れるみたい。なんだか得した気分だよ。
Maybe Kasu, I'm not sure. Looking at the recipe, it seems like there's 2 outfits to make. Yeah, it feels like
早く
I
作
got
ってみ
something.
たいね。あなたもそう思ってくれてるかな。
On Harbin, make it. You agree, right? Okiraku, casual, easy. Oshare, fancy. Alright, well, I mean, you can cosplay as your friends, I guess. Not really a problem, if you ask me, but it's a little weird. Okay. I also have to lay a legendary plan for how to craft all this again. Oh, God. Alright, so we have, as usual, one of these each, right? Yeah. Proof of trust. We need a mysterious picture. I mean, this doesn't seem hard to make, so that's something. I might need to make more of these, though. Yeah, definitely do. Ciel, which needs the Frisbee, aka the CD, I guess. And this, which also requires the Frisp. Oh, God. It's a disaster. No, okay, well, no, you can't make it. Okay, for this I need one of these, which means that's 3 Frisbees. At least. It begins. And then of course in here there's the important stuff. For this I need one of everything. Which means I need the Naso no E for this, for the sword, as well as the bell. And I need some more metal as well. Right, 5 Frisbees at least. Oh wait, I need to make these again? What the fuck do you mean I need to make these again? Are you insane? My God, it does. Why? Why do I need to make this again? Are you crazy, game? Whatever, fine, sure, I'll do it. Why? Okay, fine, sure. I guess I'll make it again. Yeah, I don't get what the point is. It's fine, fine, yeah, whatever. Fuck it. Okay, yeah, I think this is, I can't really tell what that is, but that's definitely, is that, am I crazy? I don't know what anything is here. I'm just making things up here at this point. I can't tell, my brain's not working too well right now. I'm thinking of all the crafting I have to do again. Oh no. Well, it is what it is. This is how it has to be. It's not that bad, it'll probably take like an hour or something. I'm making it sound a lot worse than it is, but first, you gotta check out the first scene here, just to see where we stand with this. The final chapter, Rashiera. Guess it's just the whole planet. No, we're going to space. Nope, it's the whole planet. Okay, fair. Yeah, I'm not watching this. I don't need a recap.
この町もだいぶ静かになってきたもんだね。新しい皇帝が即位した時は良くも悪くも賑やかなもんだったのに。
Town has certainly quieted down quite a bit too. Whether for good or bad, when the new empress was ascended to the throne, it was certainly very lively around here.
人が減った分だけ活気がなくなっていくっていうのは分かってたつもりだけど、寂しいもんだね。
I realized that the lack of energy here is because there's less people around. But it's a little lonely.
あの店はまだやってるんだろうね。
That shop's still open, right? Wait, how many years has it been? Hold on.
おお、ルーレイじゃないか。お前まだいたのか。
Ah, Rude, you're still here.
まだいたのか。なんて相変わらず失礼なやつだね。
Still here. You're so rude.
いや、俺はてっきりとっくに出発してるもんだと思ってたからさ。
I thought for sure you'd have left long ago.
ルーレイも行くんだろう。
What a kitty. Alright, I thought for sure I should have left long ago, rather. You're going soon, right?
もちろんさ。ターボーの面倒を見なきゃいけないからね。
Of course, I've got to take care of Tabo.
それを聞いて安心したぜ。移住先にお前がいないんじゃ張り合いがないからな。
Well, I'm relieved to hear that. If you weren't, if you didn't come with me the way we're going, it would lose my enthusiasm, you know?
それでいつ頃出発なんだ。俺より後とは思ってなかったからな。近々なんだろ。
So, when are you leaving? I don't think it's after me, so it's gotta be soon, right?
私はまだここを出ていくつもりはないよ。
I still don't intend to leave this place.
なんだって。お前さっき。
What do you mean? You just...
まだってだけだよ。まだ。ちゃんとよくお聞きよ。
Still, I said. Still. Listen up. Okay, listen properly.
どうしてまた登場告知が来てないのか。
What do you mean, why still not? Why not still? Haven't you received, like like a boarding notification or something? Yeah, like a boarding
し
notification.
たけど断ったのさ
I。came, but I refused it. Right, so did they make the special?
なんですぐ行かなかったんだよ。
Why didn't you go immediately?
少しでも長くこの町に残っていたかったからだよ。
Even if it's just a little longer, I wanted to stay in this town.
こんないつ崩壊が始まってもおかしくないような町に。
What, in this town that's on the verge of collapsing any moment?
そりゃ確かに危険はある。
Well, that's certainly dangerous.
イオンが作ってくれた花でマシにはなってるけど、長年のバーストであちこち傷んじまってたりもする。
I mean, things certainly got better after Eon created those flowers, but it's certainly damaged all over the place from the many years of bursts.
じゃあなんだって残ってるんだ。
So why are you staying?
この町にまだ人が残ってるからさ。
Because there's still other people in the town.
私にとって町っていうのはね、人なんだよ。人がいて初めて町になる。その町でずっと生きてきたんだ。
No, from my perspective, a town is its people. It doesn't become a town before people are there. And I've always been living in this town.
言ってみれば、ここは自分の命みたいなものなんだよ。
And well, to put into words, this is like my own life, this town.
私はこの町に包まれて、この町の愛に育まれて生きてきた。だから、最後の時まで私にできることで尽くしたいんだ。
I've always been enveloped by this town. I've been cultivated, raised by the love of this town, and lived through that. That's why I want to do everything I can here until the very last moment.
ルーレイ。
Fair, I guess.
なーにしけた顔してるんだい。大丈夫だって。最後の便には必ず乗るさ。
What are you looking so down for? It'll be fine, I'm telling you. I'll make sure that I go on the last ship.
そうだな。
Don't trust her.
ただ先に乗るか後に乗るかの違いだけか。
I see. It's just a question of whether you arrive before or after me.
そうそう。食料品店なんだから威勢よく客引きしなって。ただでさえ人が減ってきてるんだから。
Right. You sell like food and drinks, like what do you call it, like provisions, food. You sell food here, so you gotta make sure you attract a bunch of customers. Well, I mean, I guess there are less people around.
ああ、そうだった。私はブロッコリーを売りに来たんだ。
Ah, right. I came here to sell some broccoli. That's a classic.
あんたがいきなり変なこと言うもんだからすっかり忘れてたじゃないか。
Completely forgot about it because you said some weird stuff, didn't you?
ブロッコリーなんていい。どれでも好きなもの持ってけ。
Who cares about that broccoli? Just take whatever you want, lady.
なんだって？
What?
どうせ今日で店じまいだからね。
Well, I'm closing my shop today.
そうか。あんたは先発組だったんだね。
I see. You're part of the Senpatsugumi. I guess like You're part of the first group.
よかったじゃないか。
This will
あんた
start
は
first.
ずーっと誠実にやってきたもんね。
Wasn't that good for you, huh? You've always been loyal,
分
sincere.
け隔てなくできる限りみんなが手に取れるように。
Without any discrimination. Always been trying to help everybody as much as possible.
そう言ってシェルノトロンパニックで物価が高騰した時もなるべく値上げしないよう頑張ってたもんね。
And on that note, at the Sheldon Panic, when the value of goods were exploding in value, soaring in prices, you did your best to not increase the price any more than absolutely necessary.
別にそんな大したことしてたわけじゃねえよ。
Didn't do anything that big.
だけど寂しくなるね。そっか、あんたもいなくなるんだね。
But it really is gonna be lonely, huh? Right. Even you'll be gone.
何言ってやがる。俺が先でお前が後。それだけだろ。
What are you saying? I'll be leaving first, you'll be leaving later, that's all.
そうだったね。
Right. Yeah, okay, this lady's not leaving.
いいから早く持ってけって。腹すかせた子供だっているんだろ。
Or you haven't bring something with you. You've got some hungry children with you, no?
どうしようもない悪ガキだけどね。
Nothing but useless brats.
そうだそうだ。お前んとこのターボ、噂で聞いたんだが、皇帝系藩士になるんだって。
Right, and you're Table. I heard about the rumors. He became like a pact. What do you call that? Kote Keihan. Wait, what? Keihanshi. I guess it's like a pact carrier. I don't know, like a pact supporter. I don't know. So somebody who's made some kind of like vow with the Empress. I don't know what to call that. I don't have a title for it.
ああ、そうみたいだね。
Yeah, sure seems like it.
私は今でも信じられないよ。
Still don't believe it even
ま
now.
さかあの子がそんな名誉ある称号を与えられるなんてね。
To think that that kid, of all kids, would be bestowed such an honorable title.
すごいじゃねえか。祝ってやらねえと。これとこれとこれも持ってけ。あとこれもな。
Isn't it amazing? Come on, you gotta celebrate. Take this and this and this too. And this as well.
ちょっと待ちなって。そんなにもらっても持って帰れやしない
Hold that
よ。
right there. If you give me that much, I can't bring it home with me.
いいからいいから。めでたいことじゃないか。このまんじゅ皿から皇帝系藩士だぞ。
It's fine, it's fine. Isn't it something worth celebrating? To think that there would be a Kei Hansha from Manjusara of all places.
そうは言っても
Imperial
ね。
woman. Well, you say that, but
なんだい地震
what? An earthquake?
ルーレイ、体を低くしろ。
Rude, get down low on the ground.
止まった。
It's done?
みたいだな。
Seems like it.
今のは大きかったね。
That was a big one.
最近よく起きるようになってきてるんじゃないかい
Don't you feel like it's been happening more and more frequently lately?
なあ、ルーレイ。
Hey, Rude.
なんだい
What?
残るのはいいけどな。できるだけ早く来いよ。大事な子供がいるんならなおさらだ。
Listen, it's okay for you to stay, but can you leave as quickly as possible? Especially since you have a precious child.
そうだね。ターボーにはまだ私がついててやらないといけないからね。
Right, you are. Tabo still needs me with him. You say that, but... Final chapter, Rashiera. Time for the world to explode, I guess. Feels good, man.
今日の予定は
Today's schedule is... I don't know, I still feel like we're gonna be traveling from Rashiera and then we'll arrive at Arushieru. That's my conspiracy theory. Today's schedule...
ラシエラ様、レナルルです。
Lady Rashiera, it's Renaruru.
レナルルさん、どうぞ。
Renaruru, please.
おはようございます。お体の調子はいかがですか
I see we haven't inherited the cyber armor. We don't look like a cool mecha. That's a shame. Put the mech suit on, Yun. Good morning. Are you feeling well today?
大丈夫です。それより、 そのラシエラ様っていうの。
I'm fine, but that aside, this whole Rashiera-sama thing.
ラシエラ様は皇帝になられたのですから、慣れていただくしかありません。
Well, Lady Rashiera, you have become the Empress. You'll have to get used to it.
そうなんですけど。
Well, yes, but...
でも私にとってレナルルさんはレナルルさんで。
Well, I mean, for me, you're still Renaruru. You
割り
should
切ってください。
please deal with it.
さて、今日の予定をお伝えします。本日は超三国より皇帝継範使の授与式があります。その後は政策決定御前会議。
Juyoshiki. I guess like an awarding ceremony. Yeah, Juyoshiki. Yeah, Juyo is like being awarded or conferred something. Alright, I will now tell you today's schedule. There is a... It's like the like an award ceremony for the Kote Keihanshi. At today, Cho 3 o'clock Cho. I guess Cho is the weekday. Oh god. Alright, so that's a policy seisaku kette. It's like policy making. Yeah, so seisaku kette will be policy making. Gosen Kaigi. And that's like the Imperial Council. There's like an Imperial Council policy making after that.
それから天文高官との食事会、ラシエルフューザーの予行演習、皇室規範勉強会。それが終わったら
Rasieru Fusa. After that, there's a meal, a formal dinner with the leaders of Tenmon. And oh god. And then there's like a rehearsal practice for the Rashiera Fusa. What is that? Okay, it's the song magic required for the Grand Phoenix plan. Okay, right, so that's the song they'll be singing. Roughly speaking, it's song magic to connect space more than several 10,000 light years away. And to make that occur, there are several steps to take. The first step is to connect the space-time through the Rashiera Fusa. And as long as the destination you're connecting with isn't clear, it's impossible to make a proper stable connection. If you attempt to like make like an unplanned, like mumokteki, like an aimless connection, what is that? It wouldn't be strange. Hang on, that's like is that like a dead star? What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh no, it's a Kosei, it's just a star. Right, okay, I don't know astronomy. Right, that means like always. Okay, if you make like an aimless connection, it wouldn't at all be strange for you to connect with the insides of a star. And to make that happen, Tenmon has attempted to solidify or like specify the coordinates through the use of Ion Sonero's Eagle Eye. Secondly, it'll take time to investigate and immigrate to the planet, so it's necessary to have enough energy to, like an absurd amount of energy to maintain the connection. Sphiriaru Ringu. What? Okay, and to make that work, you must link up with the spherical ring. Sphiriaru Ringu. Raw Kosto. It's necessary to do like a... Wait, what? The creation of a quasar as well as the space-time connection maintenance, like maintaining the space-time connection must be done as low cost as possible. Okay, wait, you need to make a quasar? What are you doing here? Explain. I guess that's the thing I've been feeding Charl energy into. But anyway. Koshitsu. And there's the Imperial Household. Oh god, what is all this nonsense? That's Is that Kihan? Yeah. The Imperial Household, like standards, norms, study meeting. And once that's over, oh dear.
ちょっと待ってください。
Please wait.
どうなさいました？
What is it?
それって今日一日のスケジュールですか？
Is that the schedule for today?
あなたは皇帝になられたのです。
Well, you're the Empress
やら
now.
なければならないことはたくさんあり
There
ま
are
す。
many things you must do.
これでもラシエーラ様のことを考えて、だいぶスケジュールを後ろ倒しにしてもらっているのです。
後ろ倒す。And you know, we've also been considering you, Lady La Sierra. So we've been pushing the schedule back as quite a bit.
それは分かってますけど。
Well, I know that, but
ただでさえ、今は時間が惜しいのです。
right now we don't have time.
あの日以降、ラシエーラの崩壊は絶え間なく進行し続けており、ジェノム教皇の影響はまだ各地でくすぶっています。
Ever since that day, the destruction of La Sierra has been advancing ceaselessly. And, くすぶっています。くすぶる? I guess it's like, like smoking or something, fuming. And the effects of the genome of fear are still smoldering in various places. The genome of fear. Right, it's just literally what happened. I don't think we need to read this too much, right? Yeah, they're mad because they saw it, and they started hunting the genomes, and now this whole thing has become known as the genome of fear, or panic, or whatever you call it. Cool. Like the panic, the scare. Okay, all the disturbances themselves have been quelled, gradually quelled by plasma and part of the civilians, but there are still parts that are under the effects of this panic here, so it's a situation where you can't let your guard down. I see.
せめてこのくらいはやっていただかないと。
You have to at least do this much.
だったら偉い人との食事会とかだけでもなしには。
Well, I don't think I need to have dinners with, like, fancy people.
承服しかねます。食事会は単なる晩餐会ではありません。
Please, understand. 承服. Yes, I would really like you to understand here. A formal dinner is not a simple meal.
グランフェニックス計画を円滑に進めるための打ち合わせも兼ねているのですよ。
Yes, there will also be preparatory meetings, advanced arrangements to ensure that the Grand Phoenix plan proceeds smoothly.
わかりました。
Understood.
頑張ります。
頑張ります。
シャキッとなさってください。くれぐれも皇帝軽藩士の授与式ではそのような態度はなさらないように。
Alright. シャキッとなさってください。Please, stay alert. Stay, stay sharp. At the very least, please make sure you don't behave this way during the bestowal ceremony of the Imperial Keihan Shi. I don't know.
いくら陛下とゆかりの深い方々が集まるとはいえ、伝統ある儀式なのです。威厳は保っていただかなければ。
Even if it's a gathering of people who have a deep relation with you, Your Highness, it is a long-storied tradition, traditional ceremony. You must uphold your dignity.
はい、頑張ります。
Yes, 頑張ります。
ところで、皇帝軽藩士に授与する称号の名称はもうお決まりですか？
What, you have to get the names? 称号. It's like the titles. Have you decided upon the titles you will be given to I don't know what to call them, like pact sworn or something? I don't know what the title is. It's like a made up title. The sworn to Your Highness. Have you considered like what are the titles you'll give them?
それはまだ
Well, I still haven't yet.
しっかりと G 冷国までに決めておいてください。
At least make sure that you've decided before G, like G, I don't know what date that is, but before 0.
本来ならば、数日前には決まっていなければならないものを、各所に頭を下げて伸ばしてもらっているのです。
Normally this is something that should have been done several days ago, but we were able to extend the deadline by bowing my head in all kinds of different places.
ラシエラ様の大切な人に贈る称号ですから、お悩みになるのもわかりますが、これ以上の時間は取れません。
These are titles given to those precious to you, Lady Rashiera, so I understand your worries, but we don't have any more time.
決められた期間で公務を全うするのも、あなたの大切な役目なのですよ。
To fulfill your official duties within the given time. Decided time is also one of your important roles, you know?
なんとか時間までに決めます。
I'll decide before the time's up.
遅れてしまってごめんなさい。
Sorry for being late.
ご理解いただければ良いのです。
If you understand, that is all that matters.
では、スケジュールの確認はよろしいですね。予定の時刻にまた来ます。
Alright, so have you confirmed the schedule? I'll call him again at the appointed time.
はい。
はい。
イオン。本当はけじめをつけなければならないの。だから、二人きりの時だけよ。
I really have to draw the line between, you know, so I can only do this when we're alone. You have to draw a distinction between work time and private time.
やっぱりレナルルさんにはイオンって呼ばれる方が落ち着きます。
I really do feel a lot more at ease when you call me Ion.
皇帝になることが決まってレナルルさんの近くにまた来られたのにちゃんとお話できる時間がなかったから。
Ever since it was decided that I'd be emperor, and even though you were by my side again, we haven't really had the time to talk.
皇位継承の儀から始まって今日までいろいろあったものね。あなたも本当に大変な思いをしたでしょう。
A lot of stuff has happened ever since the start of the rite of ceremony of succession until now. I've given you some bad experiences too, I
で
think.
もそれはこれから先だって同じ。もしかしたら今まで以上に辛いことがたくさん待っているかもしれない。
But that hasn't, but you know, that won't change in the future. If anything, it's possible that there might be even more painful things awaiting you in the future.
今まで以上に
Even more?
イオン、今が踏ん張り時よ。今のあなたの努力は間違いなく皆を明日へ導くわ。
Ion, this is the time to make an extra effort. There's no doubt that the effort you put in now will lead the people, everybody, to a new tomorrow.
それはあなたとカノイール様が目指した明日。
And that is the tomorrow that you and Lady Kanoiru have been striving for.
あなたたちが望んだものとは少し違うかもしれないけれど、それでも今までとは違う明日よ。
It might be a little different from what you two were wishing for, but even so, it is still a very different tomorrow compared to now.
レナルルさん。
私も全力であなたをサポートするから頑張りましょう。
I'll support you with all my might as well, so let's do our best.
はい。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
その笑顔を忘れないでね。
Alright, don't forget that smile.
レナルルさんも頑張ってくれてる。私だけが甘えてるわけにはいかないんだよね。
Renaruru-san is doing her best too. I can't be spoiled or naive
いつ
myself.
までも悩んでばっかりじゃなくて、私も頑張らなくちゃ。
I can't just sit here worrying all the time. I have to do my best too. Hello. 姉ちゃん。
あら、だいぶお疲れの様子ね。
あら、you look rather tired.
そんなことはないよ。
No, no.
これから頑張ろうって気合い入れたところだもん。
You know, I just got all motivated to do my best from now on.
改めて気合い入れないといけないくらいダメだったってことでしょ、それって。 That
just means that you were doing so poorly that you had to once again motivate yourself to do your best. Yeah, I mean.
少しは私の苦労が分かったかな。
Have you come to understand my struggles a bit?
皇帝になれば贅沢し放題の遊び放題ってわけじゃないのよね。
Becoming the Empress does not in fact mean that you can play and live up in luxury as you please.
そんなこと思ってないよ。
I never thought that.
でもやっぱり今までの皇帝ってすごい人たちだったんだね。
But those who've been Empress until now have been incredible people.
自画自賛
What? It's just like self-praise? Jigaji-san? Are you singing your own praises?
そうじゃないよ。もう姉ちゃん。
No, come on, Nei-chan.
冗談だって。
Told you.
まあ私は子供の頃からこんな感じだったの。それをイオンに分かってもらえて嬉しいわ。
Well, this is how it was for me when I was a child, so I'm just happy that you've come to understand it as well.
姉ちゃん、今は絶対皇帝になりたくないって思ってそう。
Nei-chan, I've never thought that I wanted to be the Empress.
確かにこのお気楽なポジションは捨てがたいわね。
Or rather, Nei-chan, or rather, you seem like you definitely don't want to be the Empress right now. That's what you seem to think, Nei-chan. Right, it's kind of hard to get rid of this casual, chill, easy position I'm in right now.
あんたもこっちに来てから相当過酷な生活を強いられていたと思うけど、これは別の意味で過酷でしょ。
You know, I feel like you've been forced into a rather pretty cruel lifestyle ever since you were brought here, but this is cruel in a different way.
姉ちゃん、すごい人だったんだね。
Yeah, you're an amazing person, Ne.
そうなの。すごい人だったのよ。我を崇めたたえよ。
Yes, indeed. I was an amazing person. Please, respect and revere me.
姉ちゃんがいてくれてよかった。
I'm glad you're here with me, Ne.
何よ急に。
What's this all of a sudden?
ただきっと私一人でここに来てたらとっくに挫折しちゃってたかなって思って。
I just think if I came here alone, I would have been dispirited long ago.
こうやって姉ちゃんが支えてくれているから頑張れるんだよ。
It's because you support me like this, Ne-chan, that I can do my best.
ああ、そういうかゆい話はパスよパス。
Yeah, stop that kind of spine-tingling conversation, please.
ひどいよ。
It's awful.
それより外の様子聞きたいんじゃない？
And don't you want to ask what's going on the outside?
聞きたい。
Yeah, I want to hear that.
みんなどうだった？
How are they all doing?
だいたい想像した通りよ。どこに行っても早く移住させろってみんな大騒ぎ。
It's pretty much as imagined. No matter where you go, they're all making a big fuss saying, hurry up and let me immigrate.
一部では暴動みたいなものも起きてるみたいね。自分を先に行かせろってさ。
Some of them even started a riot. Let me go first is what they said.
そっか。
I see.
でも仕方ないよね。
But it can't be helped, right?
びっくりした。まさかあんたからそんな言葉が出てくるなんて。
That's a surprise to think that you'd say that.
どうして？
What do you mean?
だってイオンってみんな平等に助けたいっていうタイプじゃない。
Well, because Ian, you're the type to say, no, we have to save them all fairly and equally.
今もその気持ちはあるけど。
I feel that way too right now, but
でもやっぱり全員一度にっていうのは無理だから。
But, well, it is ultimately impossible to save them all at the same time.
まあそうね。
Oh, yeah.
あんたも少しは人の上に立つ人間っぽくなってきたってことかな。
Suppose you've also become a bit more like one who stands above others, eh?
そんなこと。
Well, that's...
ああ、それとやっぱり残るって言ってる人も結構いるみたい。ラシェーラを離れたくないそうよ。
And there's still quite a few people who are saying they don't want to leave, who want to like stay behind rather. They don't want to leave La Sierra behind, it seems.
そんなどれくらいの人が？
How many?
まあそれなりの数ね。
Quite a few.
あとジェノムは案の定ってところか
And
な。
well, the Gentlemen are just as you'd expect.
指紋の神官たちが必死に説得してるらしいけど報じる気ゼロ。ほとんどのジェノムが残るみたい。
the priest, the clergy of the Ten of Timon are very desperately trying to convince them, but they have no interest in responding. Seems like pretty much all the Genimus will remain.
この星にいたらみんな死んじゃう。なんとか説得しないと。
If they stay on this planet, they'll die. We have to convince them somehow.
やめといた方がいいんじゃない？
Do you think it's best to not bother?
どうして？
Why?
ジェノムは私たちよりもずっと長い間この星に住んでる。きっと何か考えるところがあるんでしょ。
The Genimus have been living on this planet for much longer than us. I'm sure they're thinking of something.
だいたいあいつらが自分で決めたことなんだからさ。私らが口を挟むのは良くないわよ。
And well, in the first place, it's something that they themselves decided. It's not really good for us to interfere with that, I don't think.
イオンも気にすることないって。
And you shouldn't worry about it either, Ian.
姉ちゃん。
何？
What?
私いろんな人とお話ししたい。
I want to talk with a lot of different people.
話って今さら何を？
Talk? At this point, what?
どんなことでもいいの。
Doesn't matter what.
また皇位継承の儀の時みたいにコロンを回ってみんなと直接お話ししたい。
I'd like to travel around the colonies like during the rite of succession and directly talk with everybody.
皇帝としてじゃなくて私としてみんなと。
Not as the Empress, as myself, with everybody.
そうは言ってもね。
You say that,
ス
but
ケジュール帳はいっぱいみたいだけど。
I feel like your schedule is completely packed though.
そうなんだけど。
Well, yeah, but...
そうなんだけど。
Yes, but...
とにかくさ、今は公務に集中しなよ。それはあんたにしかできないことなんだから。
For now, you have to focus on your official duties. That's something only you can do.
イオンの分まで、私がちょこちょこ外の様子見てくるから。
And in your place, I'll be sneaking outside and having a look around.
それって姉ちゃんが外に出たいだけじゃ。
It's just because you want to go outside,
だっ
no?
てここにいてもつまんないじゃん。
Well, it's boring being here.
もう姉ちゃん。
Come on, Nia-chan.
まあ。ところで、イオン。
By the way, Ian,
私の称号、そろそろ決まった？
have you decided on my title?
それは
Well,
決まったよ。
I did?
本当かな？
Really?
ねえねえ、なんて言うの？
What is it then?
教えてよ。
Tell me.
いいでしょ？ね、ちょこっとだけ。
It's fine, right? Just here.
ダメだよ。
Can't.
こういうのは儀式の時にきちんと発表しないといけないんだから。
You have to properly unveil this kind of stuff at the ceremony.
そんなこと言わずにさ。
Don't say that.
私とイオンの仲じゃな。
I'll be friends, Ian.
ダメ。
No. Dame. Well, looks like they're having fun, kind of. That's something. What a clown show. Alright. Well, it's almost kind of crazy to believe, but actually final chapter? My god. Here we are, I guess. Well, how bad is this to make? Oh, it's basically nothing. It's like chapter 2. Yeah, I mean, it has to be repaired first, okay? Like, look at this, okay? It'll look better. I mean, give it a second. I can fix this world. Hang on. Alright, now you see here. You ready? It's gonna be crazy. Wow, it looks so much better now. It's got color. It's an interesting ice cream body right there. I don't know quite how to feel about that, but... Anyway, see, now I just have to do this with every other place, and it'll all look so much better. Wow, I don't know why she's an ice cream. Don't ask me. I didn't make that Charles. I'm innocent. I don't know why ice cream Charles exist. It's outside of my expertise. I can't make ice cream Charles myself, so I can save the world like this. Don't worry. Yeah, we gotta get out of this unlimited Blade Works looking world here. Lots of big gears and it's rather brown. We'll be creating swords any second now.
聞こえる。
Yep, I guess
星の意志がラシェ
we'll be there for a bit.
皇帝になった後のことを思い出したよ。
I remember what happened after becoming Empress.
これでもかっていうくらいたくさん仕事があってすっごく疲れたの。
This much? Like enough words for you to exclaim, wow, even this much? Very tired. Lots of
ラ
work.
シエル・ヒューザーを歌うために必要なのは分かってるんだけど、もっと簡単にできなかったのかな。
I know it's necessary to sing the Rasieru Fusa, but I wonder if you couldn't make it a little easier. I mean, it's just how it is working in the government, you know?
あなたの世界にも似たようなことがあるんだね。
I guess there's similar things in your world.
でもあの時だけは仕方ないんじゃないかって思ってたりもするの。
Well, at that time, I'm pretty sure I thought, well, it can't be
レ
helped.
ナルルさんも言ってたけど、星やたくさんの命がかかってるんだもん。
Renarudu was there too, and, you know, the lives of countless people in the planet were hanging on it.
その場の勢いで決められるようなことじゃないし、きちんとみんなで話さないと。
It's not something you can just decide with vigor and force at the place in the moment. So I have to properly speak with everybody.
そうそう、レナルルさんが言ってた皇帝継反士って覚えてるかな。
Right, do you remember what Renarudu-san, the Kote Keihanshi?
あれは皇帝との絆が強い7人に与えられる称号なんだけど。
It's a title given to the 7 people with strong bonds that have strong bonds with the Empress.
その一つ一つの名前は代々皇帝自身が考えて与えてるんだって。
And their individual names is something that has been given by the Empress herself through generations. Oh.
それで私も考えてたんだけど、みんなに合う名前がなかなか思いつかなくて。
Yeah, I've been thinking, but I couldn't really come up with a fitting name for them all. I can come up with one for Shirotaka, I'll say that much. All of them?
あれ、そういえば私は誰を選んだんだ
I
っけ。
mean, okay, let's think of who she chose here, right? Tabo, Kyasu, Ne, Sari, Shirotaka. Find 2 more, please. I don't know what the last 2 are. Don't ask me. Anyway. I guess the Renaruru, but no, she's got another job. I don't think she counts. Kraken is dead. Cannon is dead. So that's not happening. Terufunkin is gone. It's not him. I don't know. Don't ask me. Right, who did I pick?
ネイちゃんと、あとはターボやキャスちゃんたちかな。
Nechan and then Tabo and Kyasu, right?
もう少しで思い出せそうなのに。
Just need to... I feel like I can almost remember it. Yeah, well, unlucky, I guess.
記憶。
No problem, Lenny. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. I think I might take a break here. I might do some more actually later on because I'm quite curious to see how where this goes. But I also feel like this last chapter is probably gonna have a lot of like preparatory stuff before everything goes down. Like you have to talk with everybody. Gonna take a little while, I believe. So you know. But I also have to do the crafting, of course, as well first. So yeah, I'll do the crafting first before I do the story, of course. That's as tradition is. There's probably going to be some dates as well, I'm sure, whatever that'll happen while doing the crafting. Don't worry about that at the time. But not a lot of time left here. I've actually been wondering a bit here. There's been stuff like this here, right? There's been like voicemails here. There's been a lot of them now, actually. It's this... It's the Surge... Wait, Surge contest? What is this? Oh, it's like a picture. A video? What is this? Huh? Oh. What the fuck is that robot? What is that? A trip with just the two of us? Huh? Okay, I guess I'm a robot. I guess that's a spoiler. Okay, I'll not click on those until I'm done again. Nice robot. Okay, well, anyway, that aside. Cool robot, though. I'd take looking like that one day. That's pretty sick. Either way, lewd stuff. There's a bunch of, like, voicemails and stuff that I'll have to look into, too, as well. I guess this is, like fan art stuff. Earthus. That's me, I'm from Earth. Right. There's like some voicemails. I don't really know. Yeah, it's probably like some fan art stuff or something. I'm not too sure though. I mean, it's nice to have here though. I'll look at all of that later on. I'll just pretend I never saw that. I mean, it's not like it really means anything to me at the moment, so... Either way, yeah, I don't really know about... I mean, I do want to play them, of course. Translating them is just going to be really awkward, so I'll probably just summarize them or something. I think that's what I'll do. Not right now, though. I'll wait until I'm done with the story, then I'll go through all this extra stuff here, I think. Idols, it's been a while. Lewd stuff. I feel like this is stuff that I've, like, talked with her in conversations about. I don't know. There's also this one. This is also, like, a happy birthday present, I guess. Wow, happy birthday. Thanks. Amazing. Anyway, there's a bunch of art here. I should not spoil myself, though. I must refrain. Yeah, this is a general link thing. I guess I'll have to actually start a game in Nosurge for that to happen. Either way. I'll worry about that some other time. For now, though, I'll take a bit of a break. I don't think I'll be back a bit later, though. I don't really feel like going to sleep yet, but, I don't know. You just get exhausted reading a bunch of stuff, you know? But, yeah, I'll be back in a bit. I don't know, like an hour or something. Maybe a bit more. Goodbye for now, at least.